Jackie Robinson and Irving and there we go. I know all of them, all of them. Even Satchel Paige. By the time he got into, the majors and all the other players that came over from Negro League, I know they went through some things, but I don't think they went through 3,000 hate letters a day, for challenging a national monument. It had FBI what I believe everybody else who thinks it can be went through because it and it's kind of like we just got to witnessing on January 6th. Feel mad, but when they feel challenged, it takes on a different emotion, and it takes on a different reaction. And the reaction America has for Hank Aaron was a little bit different, a little more ramped up than it was Robinson when he first integrated baseball.
Scoop Jackson, senior writer for SportsCenter, joining us right now on the Goodyear Hotline. With that in mind, Scoop, where would you rank this achievement with everything that was going on in the midst of it and the style with which he handled it? Not even style, but just the remarkable outward patience that he seemingly handled it with.
Well, I think he's in the style miles away, above ground airplane views. I found it perfect because he handled it in tactics with his character was. So out of himself, he didn't change who he was in that moment. Always part of me that is always going to exist in looking at what we had to go through as black people in this country. And it bothers me sometimes when dignity comes off as sometimes being meek. And I think when we take Aaron meek with his dignity, that was his character. But being generation after generation, century after century, us getting beat down, us getting, our lives at risk, and have to rise above that with dignity. And there's so much death that has been attributed to black Americans due to racism in moments like this, where I often have respect for people who fight back and just don't take that. And Hank, without Hank's character, like Jack's character, but at the same time, I wish there were more individual athletes like Muhammad Ali, who just wasn't going to sit back and take that. So Hank is, that's like Ali, different than Hank, but they all serve the greater purpose. I put Hank here and his place in history and the way he handled it because of his dignity. How in certain situations. Ali I compare to a Malcolm X. And I think in America both are necessary. But for me, sometimes I look at that king and I wish he would have. And I say the same thing about him here. Because what we all have to face. And it's, I celebrate they have. Best thing I can say is they're better than
Prime time on ESPN Radio. I'm in the gold alongside Chris Carlin. Scoop Jackson is our guest. Scoop, everything you just laid out about what Hank Aaron had to go through, the death threats, and how he handled all of it just to break Babe Ruth's record. Well, there was a gentleman who broke his record and under some cloudy circumstances to try to, finesse it a little bit. But what do you think about the way that he treated Barry? Because I don't know if anyone else, would have treated him that way.
Once again, it stayed in contact with what Henry's character was. His character was very open, very honest, and once again, you use the word dignity. Howard Bryant used the word dignity. And Mr. Aaron treated it the way that he's always seemed to have treated everything. And a lot of us aren't like that. And it says a lot about who the human being was. And you have to keep in mind also that there's a fraternity around baseball. You know, well, there's always a fraternity around every professional sport. You know, basketball has a fraternity, football has a fraternity, baseball, soccer, they all have their own fraternities once you're in it. And they have a level of respect sometimes for each other that us on the outside of that fraternity don't have, or we choose not to have. I think at the end of the day, Henry looked at Barry Bonds as a young baseball player. And it
It's time for Wausau West Warrior High School Hockey on Sports Fan 98.9, online at WXCOFM.com and mobile devices. Warrior Hockey is brought to you by Cellcom, the Clover Belt Credit Union, Health in Motion, American Family Insurance, Jim Nick Agency, M&J Marine, Marathon County Social Services, PGA Incorporated, REI Engineering, Sun Printing, the Wausau Mine Company, the Wausau West Athletic Department, and the Wausau West Hockey Booster Club. It's time now for Wausau West Warrior Hockey on Sports Fan 98.9. And good afternoon and welcome to Wausau West Warrior High School Hockey on Sports Fan 98.9, online at WXCOFM.com and mobile devices, as today the Wisconsin Valley Conference Championship could be on the line. Stevens Point taking on the Warriors. From the Marathon Park Ice Arena, I'm Chad Holmes. Well, coming into this one, Stevens Point atop the WBC standings. Panthers are a perfect 8-0 in conference. Wausau West, the only team that can catch Stevens Point, 7-1 in league. In fact, next week are the final games of the regular season. If Stevens Point wins here today, they will clinch outright the Wisconsin Valley Conference Championship. If Stevens Point gets a tie today, then Wausau West would need to beat Merrill East on Tuesday, while Stevens Point loses in Marshfield in order to earn a share of the championship. So odds are, going into next week, you would expect the Warriors to win at the mark against the Blue Jacks on Tuesday, and you would expect as well Stevens Point to win in Marshfield against the Tigers. So for Wausau West, in order to earn at least a share of the conference championship, they are going to have to find a way today to earn a victory over Stevens Point. And the first meeting of the season was a rough one a few weeks back at the KB Willard Ice Arena. Warriors fell back on January the 5th by a score of 7-2. It was a game that after the first period where the Warriors played maybe even a little better than SPASH, but the Warriors, couple of big mistakes, allowed Stevens Point to have a 3-2 lead at the end of one period. Second and third periods were dominated by the Panthers. So Wausau West, as we're going to hear in our pregame conversation with head coach B.J. Brandt, need to be more on the front foot. Stevens Point had the territorial win in that game, especially in the second and third period, and also got many more quality shots on net against Adam Prokop. So again, both teams are playing very good hockey. Wausau West, they have a 3-game winning streak, coming off a 9-2 win over Marshfield on Thursday night. Tuesday night, they knocked off Rapids by a score of 6-0. Meantime, Stevens Point, they enter with a 5-game winning streak. They defeated D.C. Everest on Thursday 7-1. They went on the road and got past Reedsburg, Wisconsin Dells Tuesday 3-2. Stevens Point, very familiar with the Marathon Park Ice Arena. They were here last weekend for the Wausau West Hockey Showcase, and they were very impressive in their 2 games. Last Friday, Stevens Point defeated Eau Claire North 2-0. Then on Saturday, a good win over the defending state champion Verona by a score of 3-0. So Jonathan Nath, the Stevens Point goaltender, back-to-back shutouts here at Marathon Park. It'll be up to Wausau West to end that streak, and hopefully early on in this matchup. This is the start of a big Saturday of Wausau West Sports on Sports Fan 98.9. Coming up tonight, once I'm done here, I'll make the short trek over to the Wausau West High School Fieldhouse as the Warrior boys basketball team will take on the Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Red Raiders. I'll be on the air for the pregame of that one at 7 o'clock, and the opening inbounds pass, no tip-off in basketball this year, will be at 7:15. So again, big weekend, in fact, at Wausau West Sports. Last night I was down in the Wisconsin Dells as the Warrior girls basketball team at the Just a Game Fieldhouse. They fell to state-ranked Beaver Dam by a score of 59-51. Also last night in Wausau West Sports, the Warrior boys basketball team, they faced a good Eau Claire North team in a non-conference matchup at the Fieldhouse, and Eau Claire North got past the Warriors by a score of 64-61.
And the Central Wisconsin Storm last night, they got back on the winning track. The Storm, they defeated the Cap City Cougars by a score of 3-1. Storm is now 11-3 on the season. Their next game is a big one. They will take on the number 1 ranked team in the state, undefeated defending state champions, the Fox City Stars. And on Tuesday night, I will make the trek over to Neenah for that game between the Storm and Fox City Stars. It will be heard live online. You have to go to our website, WXCOFM.com, and the sports stream. That will be live with the pregame show at 6:40 and the opening face-off at 7 o'clock. The Storm game at Fox City Stars will also be heard on a tape delay basis on SportsFan 98.9 starting right after the conclusion of the boys basketball matchup between Marathon and Auburndale that Tom Weaver will have on Tuesday night. So again, some big stuff going on, and I failed to mention as well in this one, seeding implications. Tomorrow morning, the seeding meeting will be held, and we will find out the brackets in the Division I sectional that both these teams are competing in. In fact, again, you look at it right now, Hudson will be the number 1 seed. But then after that, you got Chippewa Falls, you got Stevens Point, you got Wausau West, you got Eau Claire North, you got Eau Claire Memorial, all in the mix between 2 and 6 in terms of the seeding. If the Warriors win here today, that would be a big chip to try to get into at least the top 3, because if you're either 2nd or 3rd or even 6th in the bracket, that means you can avoid facing the number 1 seed until the sectional championship game. But we will find out what the bracket will be, what the road to the state tournament will be for both Wausau West and Stevens Point when the brackets come out tomorrow. We're going to take a break and then come back and hear my pregame. Wausau West Warriors. I'll be talking to B.J. Brandt. It's Wausau West taking on Stevens Point. First place in the Wisconsin Valley Conference on the line. High school hockey on SportsFan 98.9.
Salcom offers the same great deals to new and existing customers alike. So when we have a sale, everyone can take advantage of the savings, not just a select group. Whether you're a new customer, or you've been a customer since the dawn of cell phones, or if you're an accountant in Appleton, a chef in Shawano, a golfer in Greenville, a painter in Peshtigo, a lumberjack in Leona, or one of the youngest head coaches in professional football, charged with bringing a storied franchise back to the mountaintop. Right, Coach LaFleur?
Right, Sarah.
Unlike most of those big-time wireless carriers, with Salcom, everyone gets the same great offers on everything from the best new phones to unlimited data packages. Salcom, clarity in a cloudy world. At Salcom, both new and existing customers can get select devices from Google, Motorola, Samsung, and LG for just $5 per month. Flex 30 agreement and data subscription required. Taxes due at sale. Restrictions apply. Visit Salcom.com/save for details.
See this badge? Of course not. It's radio. It says Trained Comfort Specialist. It means we're expert technicians and as reliable as the trained systems we install, keeping your winters cozy and summers cool. And when you do see this badge, you'll immediately feel more comfortable.
Anytime, night or day, call PGA. PGA Incorporated is your leading Central Wisconsin trained comfort specialist. See us at pgainc.net.
It's hard to stop a trained comfort specialist.
Can you help turn a child's life around? Families in our community are needed to open their homes and hearts to foster children and provide them with love and stability until they can return home with their families. Whether you could open your home to one child or to a few brothers and sisters, your community needs you. Training and support is provided, and you'll make a difference. For more information, please contact Sarah Klebanow at Marathon County Department of Social Services at 715-261-7553.
Best of luck to our local high school athletes and good luck in your quest for a successful season. Your efforts and sportsmanship on and off the ice make us proud. This meeting is brought to you by REI Engineering. REI has been exceeding clients' expectations in civil engineering, land surveying, and environmental and safety consulting for 30 years. They're responsive, efficient, and innovative. Visit REI online at reiengineering.com.
The best boats in the business, the best selection.
selection, the best people. For 100 years, M&J Marine has set the standard for sales and service, and let them prove it with a new Lund boat powered by the quality and performance of a Mercury outboard. Take a trip through their massive showroom where there's a boat show every day. The best brands and Mercury go boldly only at M&J Marine. I-39 to exit 181 Mosinee. You'll notice the difference. M&J Marine.
Our online broadcast stream of today's game is brought to you exclusively by PGA Plumbing, Heating, Electrical, and Excavating, your leading trained comfort specialist serving Wisconsin since 1994.
Wausau West Warrior High School hockey continues on SportsFan 98.9, online at WXCOFM.com and mobile devices. Today, from Marathon Park, Warriors playing host to the Stevens Point Panthers. I'm Chad Holmes, joined by head coach B.J. Brandt. And before we start, I got to say happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks, Chad. It's a good day.
Absolutely. It's always a good day when you're at the rink as well, but especially when a day like this where there's a lot on the line. We've talked about this so often, about your team goals going into a season. And usually it starts off with the Marathon Cup, and then, of course, you want the conference championship. You want a number one seed, and you'd like to get to the state tournament and see what you do there. But this year, you have a chance here for the Wisconsin Valley Conference Championship against a good Stevens Point team. What's the feeling? I mean, it feels like your team is kind of rounding into pretty good form here at a very important time of the season.
Yeah, I like the way we've played the last three games, and quite frankly, even against Verona, we played all right. We just the mistakes went into the back of the net. You just look at the way we've progressed over the last 4 or 5 games, and you know, I like the trajectory that we have right now. I think our young guys are a little more experienced now. They understand the expectations, the pace of the play at the varsity level, and I think our experienced guys have stepped up and played well. And I think this is the time of year that we want it to happen. I mean, especially to give ourselves an opportunity right now to compete for a conference championship, I think is really important this time of year.
Is it a lot to do, though, just the rhythm, having a regular practice schedule, having a regular game schedule? Obviously, just leading into the season, and then, of course, early in the season, not having that regular schedule. I imagine just having a little bit of regularity here has helped this group.
Yeah, routines help. I think we all do better with structure, whether it's in school, at home, or within the sporting environment. I think these guys have gotten into a good rhythm. I think they understand what we need to get out of practice, and we do. And we've had some really good practices here. We've been able to get some corrections for things, and I think you've seen that over the last couple games. And obviously we watched the SPASH game that we played last time, and there was a lot of things that I think our guys wanted back, and different plays that they wanted back, but they learned from it, and that's what's really important. We've been able to hopefully, you know, take away some of those mistakes and put the pressure on them, because any team that plays us, or even when we get pressure, you know, you start to make mistakes. And I think today the theme of the day will be to put our foot on the gas and make sure that we can play with speed and play that we have in the last 4 games.
You said about Stevens Point, they did play very well. I think it was one of those combination nights that you hate to see. You're facing a good team that played well, and then your team didn't play quite at the level that you wanted to. They were here last weekend for a couple of games and earned a couple of wins. Looks like Jonathan Nave playing pretty well with back-to-back shutouts. It looks like a Stevens Point team like yours. It's rounding into pretty good form as well.
Yeah, you look at the way that they've played very well. I mean, their whole season they've got a pretty good slate of games and performed very well within those slate of games. Obviously, we want to make sure that we can put pressure on their defensemen and try to create some turnovers, but obviously they're led by Dillingham and Schmieguy, and those guys are experienced varsity players and have played very well for them. I mean, Schmieguy's a young man that's super patient with the puck. He learns how to capitalize off mistakes. And he's a guy we have to make sure we take time and space away. I think that's the key for him, is to be able to skate with them and take some time and space away and get pucks on me. If he's able to do that, the last couple of
said, seen a bunch of action. So hopefully we get some action on him and hopefully get some second chance opportunities.
Mentality and tempo, that's reading between the lines of what you said, when we go back to the road, when we talk after the game and done here, it sounds like that mentality to really have that make sure that instead of being on the back foot, if you work with the second or third periods in a SPASH, to make sure that you're on that front foot, and a lot of that has to do with the mental aspect, doesn't it?
The preparation, the belief that you can do it, the trust that your teammates are going to do their job, you're going to do your job, and those are the things that we've grown in the last couple of weeks here. I think just looking at it and talking through some of our plays, there's mistakes that we make a little bit, they're not making anymore, and that's through the whole process and maturing as players, maturing as teammates, understanding their roles. I mean, that's one of the things that's so great about sports is you get an opportunity to grow and become a better person through this process. And tonight, one of those things we want to make sure is we're disciplined because we know that their path was effective, and that was one of the things that got us behind in the last game to very quickly. And we've got to make sure that we're disciplined tonight, but more importantly, believe in ourselves and trust that we can do it.
I think it's something maybe I've tried during the course of this winter and even back in the fall not to look at what's different, but kind of a shame that a game like this, right? This whole place where we're in a high tower game, you said it the first time around against Stevens Point, the guys, in a game like this, you're going to get a lot of feel from the crowd. A lot of it has to come from within, right?
Absolutely, it does. You've got to create an environment. In conference games, we're only allowed 2 people per player, and the crowd that used to be 300, 400, 500 people is now limited to 100 or less. I mean, that's an environment the guys have to create, and it starts how they prepare in the locker room and the attitudes that they have, and then it carries over to the rink. I think they've learned throughout the season, for whether it's no fans or as many as we can, which is near 100, we still have to create the environment.
Good luck today.
Thanks, Chad.
Head coach of the Wausau West Warriors, B.J. Brandt, will come back, have the opening face-off. Warriors taking on Stevens Point. High school hockey on Sports Fan 98.9.
The Wausau West Hockey Booster Club is a proud supporter of our broadcast of Warrior Hockey on Sports Fan 98.9. The Wausau West Hockey Booster Club would also like to thank the following sponsors of the Wausau West Hockey program: Orthopedic Associates of Wausau, Wausau Mine Company, Goal Line Golf and Hockey, and A-Right Construction. Thanks again to the Wausau West Hockey Booster Club for their support of Warrior Hockey broadcast on Sports Fan 98.9.
What's your idea of winter fun? It's hitting the trails after a fresh snowfall and you're thinking new snowmobile. It's time to call CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. If you're thinking new four-wheel drive vehicle to get you to the downhill slopes or the cross-country trails, it's time to call CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Quick, easy loan applications, friendly lenders, and great rates make CCU the lending leader in financing fun. If your idea of winter fun isn't in the snow, maybe hitting the highway in a new motorhome is the way to go. Just give CCU a call. Financing for motorhomes and winter getaways. When you think fun, think Clover Belt Credit Union. What are you waiting for? Life's too short and winter's too long. Call CCU for your great rate financing. Dial 715-842-5693 or apply online or from your smartphone. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. Local lenders lending local money, keeping our community strong.
For more than 60 years, Sun Printing has been Central Wisconsin's commercial printer of choice due to their commitment to quality, creative solutions, and dedicated service. Sun Printing's team offers you a wide spectrum of services. Whether you need offset, digital, large format, graphic design, or mailing, they print everything under the sun. No project is too big or too small, so give Sun Printing a call at 845-4911 or visit them online at sunprinting.com.
As your American Family Insurance agent in Wausau, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Jim Nick, agent. Call me at 715-359-5055, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
For details, contact Jim Nick, agent. Call 715-359-5055 or stop by 224-706 Zinnia Drive in Wausau today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
American Family Insurance.
Come on, choose health and motion for you. I'm Dr. Cassie Haltonen, Doctor of Physical Therapy at Health and Motion Wausau. Do you want to take your pain and make it a thing of the past? You can.
new technology called the Newbie. This technology can decrease pain, increase strength, and recharge your system. The Newbie was once only used for professional athletes, but is now available for you at 3 of our Health and Motion locations, with one right here in Wausau. Book your 15-minute complimentary consultation today at .com. So come on, choose Health and Motion for you.
Sports Fan 98.9 is W255DN and WXCO, Wausau.
Chad Holmes back again from the Marathon Park Ice Arena. Both teams out on the ice as Wausau West gets ready to take on Stevens Point. Thanks to our sponsors of Wausau West Hockey, including the Wausau West Hockey Booster Club, and wanted to thank some of their special program sponsors as well. Orthopedic Associates of Wausau, Dr. Rick Abuzahab, Wausau Mine Company, Goal Line Golf and Hockey, Incredible Bank, First Impressions Pediatric Dentistry, Dr. Corey Brimacombe. So again, thanks to the Wausau West Hockey Booster Club for their continued support of our broadcast of Wausau West Hockey here on Sports Fan 98.9, online at WXCOFM.com and mobile devices. We'll have the starting lineups here in just a moment. Just got the SPASH Panthers started, we have the Wausau West starters. Then we'll have the national anthem. Again, getting the call between the pipes for Stevens Point will be Jonathan Nath. As I mentioned earlier, he had himself an outstanding weekend here at the Marathon Park Ice Arena last week with shutouts over Eau Claire North and also Verona. So he is feeling very comfortable here, at least last weekend, and the Warriors will attempt to make sure that he's not as comfortable here in this one. Again, for Stevens Point, they can clinch the Wisconsin Valley Conference with a victory here tonight. If Wausau West can get a W, then the Warriors will move into a tie for first place in the conference standings. But right now, we are going to listen in to the playing of our national anthem.
Please rise, face the flag, cover your heart with your hand for the playing of our national anthem.
Our national anthem here from the Marathon Park Ice Arena. Looking at the starters for Stevens Point in net, number 1, Jonathan Nath, a junior, 6'6", 240 pounds. Defense pairing of number 2, Cale Bolton, who is a junior, along with number 8, sophomore Mason Keller. Forward line, number 3, senior Brady Dillingham, along with number 11, sophomore Cade Smiga, and number 17, senior Jacob Sankey. Brandon Bussey is the head coach of the SPASH Panthers. For Wausau West in net, Adam Prokop. He has been between the pipes for the 3-game win streak for the Warriors. Defense pairing will be Brady Cleveland, number 4, who is a sophomore, along with Connor Healy, a senior. Forward line, number 3, Spencer Cooper, a junior. Number 2, junior Cade Gruber. And number 13, sophomore Thomas Garham. Head coach of the Warriors celebrating his birthday today is B.J. Brandt. But I know there's nothing the coach would like more for his birthday would be than to be a victorious head coach here today. Wausau West in the home white with the dark blue numerals, the dark blue breezers and the gold trim. Stevens Point in the road black with the white numerals and the red trim. Wausau West will go from right to left in front of my broadcast position here in period number 1. There's the face-off. It's underway and controlled by Wausau West. On the right-hand side, Connor Healy. Healy to Thomas Garham. Got caught up in his skates for a moment. Now regains control. At his own goal line, Connor Healy. Healy off the near side boards. Capped in by Stevens Point. Rolled into the right wing corner. Getting there first is Brady Cleveland. Sweeps it to the far side corner. Deflected back to Cleveland behind the cage. Cleveland on the left-hand side. Cleveland will feather it up towards center ice, but not out of the zone. Capped in by Stevens Point. Left face-off circle. Trying to work his way in, but not able to control it for the Panthers was Jacob Sankey. Rolled in softly and covered up by Adam Prokop. For a moment, it looked like Sankey was going to have an opportunity near the bottom of the left-hand face-off circle, but could not control it, and then it just rolled in and covered up by Prokop. 29 seconds into the game, both teams will make a line change. Face-off will occur to the right of Adam Prokop. Oh, there's going to be a penalty. Going into the box for the Warriors will be Brady Cleveland. And we heard in the pregame show, this occurred in the first meeting in early January at KB Willett. Warriors took an early penalty, and very quickly Stevens Point got a power play goal to take the early advantage. So now a power play for Stevens Point. And the Warriors win the draw. It'll be cleared all the way down ice by Connor Wendell.
2 minutes for cross-checking.
Cross-checking is the call on Brady Cleveland. Big penalty kill to start things off here for the Warriors. Behind his own cage, Cade Smiga. Smiga getting some pressure. Smiga to the near side. 360 with the puck. And behind the cage, now it's the left-hand side. Passes to the right, Cale Bolton. Bolton through center, crossing the red line. Now into the offensive zone. Bolton into the right corner. Bolton still at the puck. Gets knocked off the puck. Big check there from Connor Healy. Fight for the puck behind the goal line, right wing side. Puck moved along the near side boards. Played now by Smiga. Smiga moves it left-hand side. There's a shot and a save. Seeing it all the way was Adam Prokop. Firing from just inside the blue line on the left-hand side for the Panthers was defenseman Mason Keller. Face-off will occur in the Warrior zone. 1:21 to go on this Stevens Point power play. 15:52 to go in the first period, and still no score. Face-off is fought for near the dot. Still battle for Thomas Garham trying to grab control of it. Banged ahead by Stevens Point and kept in. Cale Bolton at the left point. Drops it off. Left face-off circle, Smiga. Moves it right-hand side. Face-off circle now between the circles. Shot! And a save as getting his blocker up and knocking it down was Adam Prokop. That was in a dangerous spot right between the circles in the upper slot. Fight for the puck along the boards. Picked up by SPASH and Dillingham. Dillingham in front. Shoots and scores. Brady Dillingham took control of the puck, came in front, bottom of the left face-off circle, and fired it past Adam Prokop. An early power play goal, second time this season that's occurred in this matchup. 1:33 into the game, and Stevens Point takes a 1-0 lead. Well, Warriors are going to have to respond as Dillingham, one of the top scorers for Stevens Point. It's his 13th goal of the season. He ties Jacob Sankey for second on the team in goals. And again, it is on the power play. And now B.J. Brandt not happy as he has come down to the edge of the boards in front of the Wausau West bench, having a word with one of the referees. So the coach not happy very early in this game, and he is very upset. He gives a final word, and I don't think the referee liked it because he comes back for a quick moment. But now we'll get the face-off. There's the draw. Won by the Warriors as we get the official scoring on that goal. Again, Dillingham on the right-hand side. Cooper picked up now by Brady Cleveland. Cleveland into the zone, deep right corner. Along the far side boards. Now rolled in deep. Cade Gruber. Gruber in the right corner. Gruber now getting some help from Thomas Giram. 3 Panthers there in that battle, but Gruber comes up with it. Now back to Brady Cleveland, rolls it in deep. Puck in behind the cage. Again, fighting for it is Cade Gruber. Fighting 2 black jerseys. Puck now deflects to the right corner. Still battle for it. Now picked up by Stevens Point. Grabbing it will be Keller. Keller will move it near side. Kept in by Connor Healy for a moment, but now chipped up to center ice by Stevens Point. Playing it in his own zone is Brady Cleveland for the Warriors, getting some pressure as he goes in behind the goal line. Now moves it towards the near side corner. Trying to dig it out for Wausau West is Cade Gruber. Now moves forward up to center ice. Picked up there by Cale Bolton for Stevens Point. He'll roll it over the blue line into the Wausau West zone. Warriors now looking to break it up ice. Deflected forward by Guerin, but then poked back by SPASH. And now the Warriors caught in a line change. Getting there first in the right-hand side, but it'll be an icing on SPASH. Not able to get to the puck before it crossed the goal line was Caleb Meyer. That was a break for the Warriors. They got caught up a little bit on a line change. If Meyer would have got to that puck maybe a third of a second earlier, he may have had a one on the goaltender situation. 14:21 to go in period number 1. Offense's own draw for the Warriors to the right of Jonathan Nape, who's yet to see any action. 1-0 Stevens Point lead. Puck left faceoff circle. There's a shot by Reinick and a left pad save made by Jonathan Nape. There was a good opportunity for the Warriors. Right faceoff circle. Backhanded softly wide of the cage. Reinick putting some heat on early for Wausau West. Cale Bolton now behind the cage for the Panthers. Coughs up the puck at the blue line, kept in by Ryan Ellis. Ellis rolls it deep. Connor Wendell trying to battle for the puck behind the Stevens Point cage. Puck comes loose, grabbing it will be the Panthers, moving along the near side boards. Warriors keeping the pressure on, keeping the puck in for a moment, now chipped up the center. With it is Mason Keller. Keller moves it left-hand side, not able to handle it was Logan Johnson for the Panthers. Puck taken back by the Warriors. Chopped to the blue line, but not out. Thrown in on net. Save made by Adam Prokop on that fire by Brady Dillingham. And now the net comes off its moorings, leading to a whistle and a stoppage in play. 13 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the first period. Stevens Point on that early power play goal by Dillingham, unassisted, have a 1-0 lead. Wausau West 8-6 overall on the season. They are 7-1 in the Valley. Face off to the right of Adam Prokop. Taking the face off is Brody Brimacombe. Deflects in behind the cage now to the near side corner. Still deep in the Wausau West zone. Puck still bounces around near the face-off circle. Turning and firing on net was Simon Bienvenu for the Panthers, but blocked in front by the Warriors and cleared out of the zone. Long outlet pass does not connect. Not able to get a stick on it at neutral was Judah Leader. So it goes all the way down ice, and this time an icing on Wausau West. Stevens Point on the season, they have a record of 12 wins and 5 losses overall. They are a perfect 8-0 in the WVC. Face off to the left of Prokop. Face off is won by Wausau West. Behind the cage, Brady Cleveland. Cleveland had it knocked away, but there to pick up the puck for the Warriors was Judah Leader. Moves it right-hand side, and chopping it in for the Warriors is Ben Kopetsky. Chased down by Stevens Point, whipped along the near side boards, taken away, thrown in front, deflected off a skate. Between the circles, a shot, Brimacombe, and a save made. The puck came right between the circles to Brimacombe. There will be a penalty coming up on Stevens Point, but boy, what an opportunity and a solid stop made by Nafe. But the Warriors will now get an opportunity with the man advantage. The puck just got deflected right between the circles, and a quick release by freshman Brody Brimacombe, but a solid stop by the big goaltender. 6 feet 6 inches tall, 240 pounds, Jonathan Nape. But in the box for the Panthers, Simon Bienvenu, the junior defenseman. It'll be a 2-minute minor. Cross-checking. Lucas Langlois will get tossed from the circle. Stepping in will be Thomas Garum. Face-off is battle for. Still battle for near the dot. Still battle for. And now back to the point. Captain Brady Cleveland. Left-hand side, Connor Healy. Left face-off circle. Healy fires it. Goes over the glass and into the netting and out of play. Working his way into the near face-off circle and firing it up high was Connor Healy. Was it deflected by SPASH or not? The officials are talking it over to decide where this face-off should occur. And it looks like it's going to come outside the zone. Yep, it's going to be outside the blue line, just outside the Stevens Point zone. Again, Lucas Langlois steps in, this time not tossed, and the Warriors win the draw. With it is Thomas Garham. Garham near side, Connor Healy. Healy at the red line. Healy trying to flip it in, does so. Left-hand side, Langlois. Langlois along the boards. Back to the left point, Connor Healy. Healy, right-hand side, Cleveland. Cleveland stick handles. Right face-off circle, Garham. Garham shot gets deflected to the left-hand side. Picked up by Healy. Healy a shot, and a right shoulder save made by Jonathan Naif. Puck is kept in for a moment by the Warriors. Fighting for it along the boards is Langlois. Also there, Cade Gruber. Back to the point. With it is Cleveland. Cleveland, left face-off circle. Healy. Healy a shot. Through a screen and a goal! Beautiful work in front. Naif had a Warrior body right in front. Did not see it, it appears. And ripping it home is Connor Healy for a power play goal. And the Warriors back to even 1-1 with 12:10 to go in the first period. Well, the special teams are making their presence felt early. First, it was Stevens Point with the power play goal. And now at 4 minutes and 50 seconds, it is Connor Healy again for the left faceoff circle. And SPASH allowing Healy twice in that power play to get in very good position. Into the zone. Here comes Dillingham. Dillingham throws in front, deflected back to center. Played by Cale Bolton. Bolton, stick handles, now flips it back in. 1-1 score. Cade Gruber with the only assist on the play as the puck is knocked out of play. So 4:50 the time of that power play goal for Connor Healy, his 10th goal of the season. 11:52 to go, first period, 1-1. Well, this one, a lot on the line, off to a flying start. Face off to the right of the Wausau West cage. Win by the Panthers. Now rolled in. Left face-off circle, deflected away. Now the Warriors have it back. Right-hand side, Kopetsky. Kopetsky trying to move it forward to Brady Cleveland. Knocked away from Cleveland. Picked up by Smiga. Smiga moves it right-hand side to Dillingham. Dillingham into the zone for Stevens Point. Puck in the deep right corner. Smiga gets it right face-off circle. There's a shot and a deflection over the glass into the netting. Getting it into the near face-off circle for SPASH was Jacob Sankey, but knocked away by Adam Prokop out of play. Face-off will remain in the Wausau West zone with 11:30 to go in this first period, still 1-1. Thomas Garham will take the draw up against Trevor Herman for the Panthers. Face-off is won by the Warriors. With it is Tyler Cleveland, who had the hat trick on Thursday against Marshfield. Puck up to center. With it is Thomas Garham. Garham over the red line. Garham stops, turns, and fires it over the SPASH blue line, but then cleared back to center by Stevens Point. Off the near side boards, played there by Stevens Point and Bienvenu. Bienvenu gets it ahead, into the zone, Luca Weinkoff. Weinkoff has it knocked away. Puck picked up by the Warriors. Oh, turned back over at the blue line. Kept in by Weinkoff. He'll dump it in behind the Wausau West net. Puck rolls to the left corner. Fight for the puck. Goes along the boards. Picked up finally by the Warriors. West will get it up the center. Not able to connect on the pass. Back up ice comes Stevens Point. Into the zone between the circles. Shot and a big save. Good rush in that time by Mason Keller for SPASH. Big stop made by Adam Prokop. Shot from the point. Save. Another save with the right pad. Two saves on that flurry. Back to the point. Keller again. Another save made. Behind the cage. Stevens Point looks for the wraparound. Goes through the crease. And the net gets knocked off. A flourish there for Stevens Point, but three big stops made by Adam Prokop. Net comes off its moorings, stopping the clock with 10:36 to go in the first period, and a 1-1 score. Face-off will be to the left of Prokop. Stepping in to take the draw is Lucas Langlois for the Warriors. Going in for Stevens Point will be Caleb Meyer. Not sure what wait. Oh, actually, they're still looking at the net to make sure it's secure. That's been taken care of, and now we're ready for the face-off. Face-off is still near the dot. Poked behind the cage by SPASH. Move to the near side corner, Connor Healy. Healy along the boards, chipped out of the zone, goes all the way down ice, and that will be icing on Wausau West. So we'll have to do it again. Another defensive zone face-off for the Warriors with 10:26 to go in the first period in this 1-1 game. Don't forget, tonight we have Wausau West boys basketball. The Warriors at home will be making the short trek to the field house, take on Wisconsin Rapids. 7 o'clock for the pregame show, 7:15 for the opening tip on SportsFan 98.9, WXCOFM.com, and mobile devices. Face-off drawn to the near corner, roll behind the cage. Nobody there for the Warriors, but going over and chipping at is Ben Kopetsky, and now picked up and banged out of the zone by Brimacombe. Puck will roll into the Stevens Point end. Cale Bolton will chase it down for the Panthers. Bolton moves it along to the near side corner. Fight for the puck. Oh, and a big check along the boards by Ben Kopetsky. Throwing his body around, kept in deep by the Warriors. Warrior bench making noise. Now SPASH regains control of the puck. Up the left-hand side with his Mason Keller. Keller gets it to center. Backhanded by Meyer over the blue line, but taken back by the Warriors. Warriors flip it ahead, but not able to connect on the pass. Rolls into the Stevens Point end of the rink. Panthers will chase it down. Behind the cage again, Mason Keller. Keller makes a nice move over the red line, now over the blue line, into the offensive zone. Left faceoff circle, in behind the cage. Now moves to the near side corner. Smiga on the right-hand side. Smiga throws it down low. Blocked nicely. Getting in front of that pass was Ryan Ellis. Deflected it to the far side corner. Now up to center ice, Brody Brimacombe. Brimacombe goes down, lost the puck. Taken back by SPASH. Looking for the home run pass. Could not connect. No icing on the play. Played behind the cage by Prokop. Moved to the far side boards. Another scrum for the puck. Pair of black jerseys, pair of white jerseys picked up by Stevens Point. Upper slot. Shot goes off the boot of Thomas Garum to the right corner. Bad angle. Shot goes wide by Stevens Point. Back to the point. Panthers keeping it in the offensive zone. Chipped in deep by Brady Dillingham. Goes behind the cage. Thrown in front. Deflected. Not able to get much of it with Smiga. Now backhanded shot. Save made by Prokop. Deflects to the far corner. Stevens Point keeping the pressure on. Right corner, back to the point. With it is Bienvenu. Bienvenu moves it left-hand side. Keller through a screen, but seeing it, grabbing it, and holding on was Adam Prokop. There were some bodies in front of the Wausau West goalie, but able to see the puck and snag it with his big mitt was Prokop. As Stevens Point continuing to win the territorial battle in the middle portion of this period. 8:47 to go in the first, and a 1-1 score. Face off to the right of Prokop. We'll have to do it again. Getting tossed will be Lucas Langlois. Connor Wendell will step in now for the Warriors. Face off is battle for near the dot. Still a battle. Now comes loose. Grabbed by the Panthers between the circles, and a shot gets blocked in front. There was an opportunity. That looked like Trevor Herman. Another shot grabbed again by Adam Prokop. That time a bad angle shot from the far side, and Prokop will hold on. But after that scrum for the face-off, the puck came loose between the circles. Good position for Herman, but someone got in front of that shot before it got to the Wausau West net. Face-off to the right of Adam Prokop. Again, Lucas Langlois in the circle for the Warriors. Warriors will win the draw, goes in behind the west cage. Tyler Cleveland trying to move it along the boards, has it knocked away. Still fighting for it is Cleveland, ships it to the blue line, but not out. Stevens Point again keeps it in the offensive zone. Near the left face-off circle, back to the point, kept in again by SPASH. Pass to the right-hand side, but nobody there for SPASH. Up through center come the Warriors. To the blue line as Ray Reinick gets it in. Reinick still fighting for the puck in the face-off circle. Comes in front, and a rip shot just missed the near side pipe by Connor Wendell. The loose puck came to Wendell right in front, but could not put it on net. Back to center. Healy will dump it in. Puck goes to the right corner, now along the boards. Wendell overskates it, picked up by the Panthers, and back up to center. Up the left-hand side with it is Obremski. Obremski gets knocked down. Puck does go into the Warrior zone. Whipped along the boards with his Cale Bolton. Bolton throws it for and a deflection is right on the doorstep was Caleb Meyer, but could not get much of the stick on the puck, and the puck missed the net on the far side. That was a nice feed by Bolton right on the stick of Meyer, but Meyer got a little bit of it, but not much. Up ice, here comes West with his judo leader. Leader trying to drag it back, but could not get the shot off, and Stevens Point will again clear it. Up and down action right now at 7:22 to go in the first period, 1-1 score. Stevens Point will play the puck at their own blue line. With it is Mason Keller. Keller could not connect on the pass. At neutral, chopping at it is Bienvenu for the Panthers, but now we got a hand pass and a whistle and a stoppage in play.
Everybody can take a bit of a break here and a deep breath as this up and down action, 7:13 to go in the first period. Stevens Point 1, Wausau West 1. Face off to the left of Adam Prokop in the Wausau West zone. Taking the face off will be Brady Dillingham for the Panthers. Trying to grab control of Smiga. Smiga does not wait on Dillingham right corner. Dillingham to Kills. Going in left. Deflecting goes behind the cage. Top down moves to the far side corner. Shades out by Dillingham. Back to the point. Oh, nice blocking on his sliding block attempt. As the puck goes by the cage now with his walking in on the doorstep is Adam Prokop. The Warriors came out on that shot from the left point by Stevens Point, and it looked like the end of the middle. Nice sliding attempt, I think, on a piece of it to knock it wide of the goal. But another offensive zone face-off for SPASH. There's been a lot of those here in the first period. Face-off is won by Wausau West. Brady Cleveland behind the cage. Cleveland will bring it up like moves it right hand side. Played off the boards. trying to go up and forward for the Warriors as Spencer Cooper got knocked off the puck and the puck taken away by SPASH. But playing again is Cooper, and now playing the puck in the goal line is Mason Keller. Puck moves to the right hand side, knocked away by Healy, playing whistle, and it looks like a cross-checking penalty coming up on Wausau West. For the second time, Stevens Point will go on the power play as Cooper got knocked down and got back up and apparently threw a cross-check as he will be going into the penalty box. Well, both teams are 1-for-1 with man advantage. Now Stevens Point will get a second chance on the power play with 6:35 to go in the first period of this 1-1 game.
Face off to the left of Adam Prokop. Face off won by Stevens Point, but not able to keep it in was Mason Keller. Trying to chase it down is Langlois. Langlois does get there first. Langlois drops it back with nobody there. Picked up by Kate Smiga. Smiga moves it on the left-hand side. Mason Keller up the center. Now with his Brady Dillingham. Dillingham into the zone, but picked up by Langlois, and he'll turn and fire it back down ice. A clear for West. A minute 35 to go on the Stevens Point power play. 1-1 game. SPASH will set up behind their own cage. Puck goes off the near side boards. Chased down by Cale Bolton. Bolton now through center ice. Makes a good move to the red line. Bolton moves it left-hand side. Keller. Keller stick handles at the point. Drops it to Smiga. Smiga left face-off circle. Back to Cale Bolton. Bolton right face-off circle. Keller. Keller stick handles near the blue line. Now into the right corner. Stick handle, now thrown to the left face-off circle, one-timer, and a save made is going from left to right to make the stop is Adam Prokop. Good pass to the left-hand side, and Kate Smiga, it was not quite the one-timer. He did have to settle for just a quick moment. That was just enough time for Adam Prokop to get to the far side pipe and make that stop. A minute 7 to go on the Stevens Point man advantage. 5:42 to go in the first period, still a 1-1 game. Battle for the draw. Won for a moment by the Warriors, now picked up by Connor Healy, and Connor will clear it all the way down ice. Playing the puck now is Jonathan Naif. He will leave it behind his cage. More than halfway through this power play now for Stevens Point. Bienvenu moves it left-hand side. Into the zone comes Weinkoff. Weinkoff drops it, left face-off circle. Back in front, deflected behind the cage. Fight for the puck, grabbed by the Warriors, and cleared all the way down ice by Brady Cleveland. 40 seconds to go on the Stevens Point power play. Back in his own zone to chase it down, Simon Bienvenu for the Panthers. Pass left-hand side, played off the near side boards, into the zone. With it is Herman. Herman into the right corner. Trevor Herman drops it back to the point. Able to keep it in at the very last moment with Stevens Point. Not able to control it. Puck is grabbed in front. Backhand shot and a save made. The loose bouncing puck came in front to Stevens Point. Luca Weinkoff, and a good stop made by Adam Prokop. It looked like the Warriors were about to clear, but in the end, Weinkoff got it right in front with nobody around him, and a big stop made again. But right face-off circle, there's a shot over the crossbar, fired by Mason Keller. Now left corner, and the penalty comes to an end. Keller at the point. Keller, a shot and a stick save made by Adam Prokop. He deflects it out of play. It got a little hairy there at the end, but the Warriors able to get the penalty kill. 4:31 to go in the first period, and we're still even 1-1. It's been a very busy first period for Adam Prokop, and he's been very solid for the Warriors. Win on the draw for Stevens Point. Another offensive zone faceoff. Played on the right-hand side by Cale Bolton. Bolton rolls it down low. Fight for the puck along the boards. Trying to dig it out is Connor Healy for Wausau West. Still a fight for the puck in the deep right wing corner. Puck has come loose, picked up by Healy, moves it to the far side boards. Trying to get there first is Brady Cleveland. Also there, Connor Wendell. Wendell gets it ahead. Now through center ice. Lucas Langlois fighting forward in front of the Stevens Point bench, but taken away by Brady Dillingham. And now a whistle and another penalty coming up. And it looks like another penalty coming up on Wausau West. Boy, oh boy. This time Connor Wendell going into the sin bin for the Warriors. Third time this period. Playing with fire right now are the Wausau West Warriors. Just killed off one power play. They're going to have to do it again for the next 2 minutes. Oh, and there's 2 penalties on the board. This is not good for the Warriors. Connor Wendell is up on the board, and now Lucas Langlois on the board as well. So it looks like a 2-minute 5-on-3 advantage for Stevens Point. A critical moment in this game with 4:01 to go in the first period. Can the Warriors find a big penalty kill? Win on the draw. Cale Bolton, left-hand side. Keller, now Bolton, left-hand side. Back to Keller on the right-hand side, along the boards.
2 minutes for hooking.
So now in the right corner. Back to Keller. Keller, top of the face-off circle, left face-off circle. Back, one-timer, left pad save made by Adam Prokop. And the rip that Mason Keller. Keller has it again. Keller, right face-off circle. Stick handling is Sankey. Sankey back to the point, Cale Bolton. Bolton, right face-off circle. Bolton fires a shot. Blocker save. Left face-off circle. Another shot. Another save. And held on to by Adam Prokop. The Warriors are riding their goaltender right now as Adam Prokop is in the zone. A minute 24 still to go on this 5-on-3. 1-1 score with 3:25 to go in the first period. Warriors need that first clear. Panthers have the puck in the offensive zone for the first 36 seconds of this penalty. Face off, fought for, grabbed it by Healy. Now Brady Cleveland in the corner. Cleveland fighting two Panthers, has it taken away. Now left face-off circle. There's a shot and another save from the top of the left face-off circle. That was Matthew Eden, but right in position to squeeze the pads and hold on was Adam Prokop. Still a minute 15 to go on this power play. 5-on-3 advantage for SPASH. 3:16 in the period. Judah Leader taking the draw for the Warriors. Back to the point, kept in by Bienvenu. Bienvenu moves it left-hand side, back to Bienvenu, right face-off circle. A shot again, fighting it off is Adam Prokop. There was a screen in front. Puck in behind the cage. Deep right corner, Herman. Herman back to the right point, Bienvenu. Bienvenu moves it left-hand side. Keller. Keller's pass is deflected. Good stick work by Judah Leader. Trying to clear it, unable to do so. Puck is still in the right corner. Now in behind the cage, grabbed by Brady Cleveland. Cleveland looking for the clear. Does not get it out. Kept at the left point by Keller. Keller back to Bienvenu. Upper slot. Left face-off circle. Poked away by Cleveland into the left corner. Now behind the cage. SPASH still with the puck. Left face-off circle. Shot and another save. Prokop. Right face-off circle. Bienvenu shot goes wide of the net. Back to the point. Not able to keep it in with Keller. Down to 27 seconds on the 5-on-3 for SPASH. Up the center ice, Simon Bienvenu into the offensive zone for the Panthers. Right corner, now goes in behind the cage. Pass, gets away from Smiga, out of the zone. 14 seconds on the 5-on-3. And it looks like the Warriors are going to get through this 5-on-3. Down to 8 seconds. Stevens point to center ice. With it is Dillingham. Dillingham over the blue line. Dillingham back to the point. Now upper slot. There's a shot and a save again as the penalty comes to an end. What a penalty kill led by the goaltender Prokop. Into the right corner, SPASH still in the offensive zone at the right point. With it is Sankey. Sankey throws it on net, and a whistle is blown as the save is made with 1:47 to go in the first period. Boy, the shot totals are going to be one-sided in this period in favor of Stevens Point, but in the end, the hot goaltending of Adam Prokop is doing the job for the Warriors. 1-1, 1:47 in the period. Face off to the left of Prokop. Fight for the puck. Picked up again by SPASH. Cale Bolton, right point. Rolled down low. Sankey into the right corner, Dillingham. Dillingham along the boards. Taken away by the Warriors. Up the center. Oh, not able to get it out of the zone. Kept it by Smiga, and he throws it in front. Not able to get a stick on it. It was Dillingham right in front. Whipped along the boards, back to the left point, kept in by Mason Keller. Knocked down, however, by Wendell. Wendell backhanded to neutral. But quickly back into the zone again, Dillingham. Dillingham whiffs on the shot attempt from the right-hand side. Moved along the boards to the far side by Wausau West and Cleveland. Throwing his body around is Connor Wendell. And now grabbing it and is dumping it all the way down ice is Tyler Cleveland, taking the icing and a much-needed whistle and a line change for Wausau West. 1:07 to go in the first period. I think right now the Warriors are ready for the intermission. Try to get through this final 67 seconds. Still at least a 1-1 game. Thomas Guerin will take the draw for the Warriors. Win on the draw again by SPASH, but they're not able to keep it in. Chase down back in the Stevens Point zone on the near side, Simon Bienvenu. Bienvenu gets it ahead into the zone, Eden. Eden moves it left-hand side. Luka Weinkauf turns and fires and hit the side of the net. Under a minute in the period. Played now by Connor Healy. Healy left-hand side, gets it up the center. Goes off the skate of Spencer Cooper. Now Thomas Guerin in front of the Wausau West bench gives it away. Back into the zone, left-hand side. There's a shot and a save again. Cannot give it away in your own zone. And that led to a shot for the left face-off circle for Luka Weinkauf, but another stop made by Adam Prokop. Has to be well over 20 shots on net for Stevens Point in this first period. 38 seconds in the first period. 1-1 game, right of the goaltender. Face-off won by Stevens Point. Back to the point, Cale Bolton. Through a screen, and again a save. Is right in front, using his body to try to get into the eye line of the Wausau West netminder was Jacob Sankey, but another stop made by Prokop, who holds on. Offensive zone face-off again for Stevens Point. Face-off won by SPASH. Bolton moves it left-hand side. There's a shot, stick to side again, but now the whistle blows. It was stick to side by Adam Prokop, and it looks like maybe the net came off. Yep, that net is just a little finicky on the Wausau West zone. So another, it's been amazing how many offensive zone face-off these Panthers have had in the first period. 27.7 seconds to go first period, 1-1 score. Both teams have scored on the power play. Face-off is battle for it, won by the Warriors. Behind it, cage is Brady Cleveland. Moves it near side to Ray Reinick. Reinick, left-hand side through center ice. Reinick into the offensive zone. Reinick, left corner, trying to chase it down. Chips it towards the near face-off circle, picked up by Stevens Point. Back up ice come the Panthers. With it, Jacob Sankey. Sankey over the blue line with 10 seconds in the period. Now Cale Bolton gets knocked off the puck by Reinick, picked up by Brady Cleveland. He'll get it to center ice. And the final seconds will tick off, and a period comes to an end. 1-1 is the score here between Wausau West and Stevens Point. We will come back, recap the numbers of this one in just a moment. This is Warrior Hockey on SportsFan 98.9, online at WXCOFM.com and mobile devices.
Since 1980, Wausau Wine Company has been serving the Wausau area with great food and drink in a truly unique dining atmosphere. It's 30-plus years of using only the finest ingredients, and we pride ourselves on still cooking the old-fashioned way, from scratch. Wausau Wine's menu is sure to please, and we stand by our promise of good food and drink at a fair price, and we're proud to be a long-standing part of our community. Experience it yourself. Visit the Wausau Wine Company on Stewart Avenue in Wausau today, enjoying the good times for over 30 years.
You may be right.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? Hi, I'm Scott Mashinsky with Edward Jones. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, let's work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by our office on 17th Avenue or call 715-849-5258. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Salcom offers the same great deals to new and existing customers alike. So when we have a sale, everyone can take advantage of the savings, not just a select group. Whether you're a new customer, or you've been a customer since the dawn of cell phones, or if you're a teacher in Tigerton, or a farmer in Fremont, a tutor in Two Rivers, a dentist in De Pere, a tree trimmer in Tomahawk, or one of the best offensive tackles in professional football, charged with protecting the franchise QB. Right, David Bakhtiari?
Right, Sarah.
Unlike most of those big-time wireless carriers, with Salcom, everyone gets the same great offers on everything from the best new phones to unlimited data packages. Salcom, clarity in a cloudy world. At Salcom, both new and existing customers can get select devices from Google, Motorola, Samsung, and LG for just $5 per month. Flex 30 agreement and data subscription required. Taxes due with sale. Restrictions apply. Visit Salcom.com/save for details.
Settle down. I've called everyone together to talk about the problems we are having. You go first.
Boss, the sinks in the back room are all stopped up, and there's a leak in the water pipe.
Well, that's easy. Call PGA Incorporated. PGA can handle all of our plumbing issues quickly, and they will get it done right. Next.
The lights are flickering in the plant. The circuit breakers keep tripping.
Just call PGA. They can fix any electrical problem, big or small.
Sir, everyone's complaining about the heat in the summer, and in winter, it's freezing in here.
PGA. They can look at our system, repair it, or they'll design a new high-efficiency one that will save us money, just like they did for my house. People, for plumbing problems, who do we call?
PGA.
Electrical?
PGA.
Heating and cooling?
PGA.
Excavating?
PGA. PGA.
When you need help with plumbing, electrical, heating, cooling, excavating, commercial or residential, call PGA Incorporated at 715-355-6717. Online at pgainc.net.
Come on,
I'm Dr. Cassie Halpiner, Doctor of Physical Therapy at Health and Motion Wausau. Do you want to take your pain and make it a thing of the past? You can. We now offer new technology called the Newbie. This technology can decrease pain, increase strength, and recharge your system. The Newbie was once only used for professional athletes, but is now available for you at 3 of our Health and Motion locations, with one right here in Wausau. Book your 15-minute complimentary consultation today by visiting HIMWI.com. So come on, choose Health and Motion for you.
End of one period from the Marathon Park Ice Arena. Stevens Point 1, Wausau West 1. 1-1 game after 17 minutes. Time for a look at the numbers, brought to you by the Wausau West Athletic Department. Thanks to the Wausau West Athletic Department for their continued support of our broadcast of Warrior Sports on SportsFan 98.9. To find out upcoming Wausau West athletic events, go to WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. Well, it was a first period that in terms of shots and opportunities dominated by Stevens Point, but each team were able to score on the power play. Stevens Point got an early power play chance in the first minute of the game, and they took advantage at 1:33 of the first. An unassisted goal for Brady Dillingham to give Stevens Point a 1-0 lead. A couple of minutes later, the Warriors got a chance on the power play, and they too were able to convert. It was Connor Healy with the goal. Assist on the play for the Warriors went to Cade Gruber. Again, that was at 4:50, and it was 1-1. After that, Stevens Point put a lot of pressure on Wausau West and goaltender Adam Prokop, but he stood on his head. He was simply stellar for the Warriors. 26 shots on net for SPASH in the first period, 6 shots on net for the Warriors. So a 26-6 edge for Stevens Point in shots, but 25 saves made by Adam Prokop. So the Warriors, they have to feel like, hey, their goaltender did his job in the first period. Now an opportunity for everyone else to try and step up. The big portion of that period, it was 1-1. Stevens Point put a lot of pressure on, and then they started a 5-on-3 power play for 2 full minutes. A complete 2-minute 5-on-3. But in the end, the Warriors able to get the kill. Some big saves by Prokop. And again, that was probably the biggest moment of the period. A 2-minute 5-on-3 penalty kill for the Warriors, and we are tied up 1-1. Quick note that coming up tonight, we have more Wausau West sports. Warrior boys basketball. They will take on Wisconsin Rapids at the Field House. I'll be there for the pregame show at 7 and the opening tip at 7:15. Wausau West next week. We will have the Warriors on Sunrise broadcasting 3 games, but I will not be with them on Tuesday. Tuesday night, the Warriors will be up at the Mark in Merrill, taking on the East Merrill United Blue Jacks. But Wausau West against East Merrill United can be heard on our Sunrise broadcasting sister station, Blue Jay 96.3 FM, 7:30 a.m. Also online at BlueJ963.com. Again, BlueJ963.com. That one will be at 7 o'clock on Tuesday night. I'll be with the Central Wisconsin Storm on Tuesday as they travel to number 1 ranked and undefeated defending state champion Fox City Stars. Storm at Fox City's Tuesday night will be live online only at WXCOFM.com and the Sports 4 stream, starting with the pregame show at 6:40 and the face-off at 7 o'clock. That game will also be heard on SportsFan 98.9 after the conclusion of the Marathon at Auburndale boys basketball game Tuesday evening. Next Thursday night, the Warriors will travel to Chippewa Falls in a very intriguing non-conference game. So the Warriors at Chi High. I will have that one for you live Thursday night. Pre-game show starting at 6:40 and the opening face-off at 7 o'clock. right here on Sports Fan 98.9. And then next Saturday, the Warriors will close out their campaign against Verona. And we'll have that one. I'm not sure what the time is on that. We'll have to double check on that. But next Saturday afternoon, Wausau West against Verona for the second time this season. And that will wrap up the regular season next Saturday. Don't forget, tomorrow as well, we will know the Warriors playoff bracket as the seeding meeting will be held tomorrow morning, and the brackets released after that. 1-1, Wausau West and Stevens Point at the end of one. Back in a moment for the second period. This is Warrior Hockey on Sports Fan 98.9.
Can you help turn a child's life around? Families in our community are needed to open their homes and hearts to foster children and provide them with love and stability until they can return home with their family. Whether you can open your home to one child or to a few brothers and sisters, your community needs you. Training and support is provided, and you'll make a difference. For more information, please contact Sarah Klebanow at Marathon County Department of Social Services at 715-261-7553.
The best boats in the business, the best selection, the best people. For 100 years, M&J Marine has set the standard for sales and service, and let them prove it with a new Lund boat powered by the quality and performance of a Mercury outboard. Take a trip through their massive showroom where there's a boat show every day. The best brands and Mercury go boldly only at M&J Marine. I-39 to exit 181 Mosin E. You'll notice the difference. M&J Marine.
Hi, I'm Dennis Silvers, the golf guru, with another golf minute to help you escape from trouble. Sometimes when you hit an errant shot, you have an obstacle interfering with your stance. Rather than taking an unplayable, here's what to do. Choose one of your wedges, as they have the largest faces and more hitting area than the rest of your clubs. Turn your back to the target, stand close to the ball, and grip down on the club. Flip your club around so the face points at the target with the club resting on its toe. Cock the club up by bending your right elbow. Add just a touch of wrist hinge. Now straighten your arm and slap the club in into the back of the ball. This is something of a trick shot that's easy to execute with a little practice. Make sure you accelerate all the way to the ball so the club doesn't flip your hands and hit the ball thin. So remember, when you need to make like Houdini on the golf course, just use your backhanded escape. For the Golf Minute, I'm Dennis Silvers.
Allstate now has deeper savings, and deeper savings require deep thoughts and a deep voice, like mine. Save for being a new customer. Save more for adding driveways, and save even more for driving safely. Visit Allstate.com or contact your local agent for a quote today. As someone once said, saving today is money tomorrow. That's deep.
Not available in every state. New customer savings based on early signing discount. Driveways is an optional feature. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Buying and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
Is the cost of finishing your basement worth the benefit of some peace and quiet?
When questions find you, Merrill Edge Self-Directed Investing can help you find answers. With personalized planning tools and insights to help you get where you want to go, even if it's just downstairs. Merrill, a Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/within-reach to get started today.
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Federal, and Smith & Incorporated. Registered broker-dealer, member SIPC. Investment products are not FDIC insured, are not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
The Wausau West Hockey Booster Club is a proud supporter of our broadcast of Warrior Hockey on Sports Fan 98.9. The Wausau West Hockey Booster Club would also like to thank the following sponsors of the Wausau West Hockey Program: Orthopedic Associates of Wausau, Wausau Mine Company, Goal Line Golf and Hockey, and A-Right Construction. Thanks again to the Wausau West Hockey Booster Club for their support of Warrior Hockey broadcast on Sports Fan 98.9.
Our online broadcast stream of today's game is brought to you exclusively by PGA Plumbing, Heating, Electrical, and Excavating, your leading trained comfort specialist serving Wisconsin since 1994.
Sportsman 98.9 is W255DN Wausau and WXCO Wausau.
Chad Holmes again from the Marathon Park Ice Arena. Start of period number 2, 1-1 score. Again, thanks to the Wausau West Hockey Booster Club for their continued support of our broadcast of Warrior Hockey. And the Booster Club would like to thank these sponsors of theirs: Orthopedic Associates of Wausau, Dr. Rick Abuzahab, Wausau Mine Company, Goal Line Golf and Hockey, Incredible Bank, and First Impressions Pediatric Dentistry, Dr. Corey Brimacone. So again, thanks to those supporters of the Wausau West Hockey program, and thanks to the Wausau West Hockey Booster Club for their continued support of our broadcasts of Warrior hockey. 5-on-5 to start off period number 2. 1-1 is the score. Warriors will go from from left to right in period number 2. Thomas Garham will take the face-off here for Wausau West. Stevens Point will win the draw. We're underway. On the right-hand side, Cale Bolton. Bolton's pass gets away from his intended target on the right-hand side. Dillingham picked up by the Warriors and Brady Cleveland. Cleveland moves it to the far side boards, and Gruber. Gruber ahead, chipped ahead by Thomas Garham. Garham trying to chase it down over the blue line. Is now throwing his body around is Gruber. Picked up at neutral by Cleveland, but has it taken away. Back up ice. Here comes Mason Keller. Left face-off circle. Keller throws in front. Nobody there for the Panthers. Dillingham will whip it along the boards behind the cage to the near side boards. Kept in deep by Stevens Point. Goes into the right corner. Dillingham. Dillingham. Stick handles. Gets away from one check attempt. Knocked away now by Garham. Still a fight for the puck along the boards. Smiga trying to grab it for Stevens Point. Kept in by Spash. In the right corner, Dillingham. Dillingham back to the point, but nobody there for the Panthers, and the puck rolls through center ice. Chasing it down will be Cale Bolton in his own end. Just under a minute into the second period, still 1-1. Warriors get it out by zone, not able to hit. Oh, grab by Langlois. Langlois shot is wide. Langlois had it knocked away, got it back, and then came in on the goalie, but just couldn't put it in. And then a shot from the left-hand side is gobbled up by Jonathan Nafe. I was saying that it looked like there was a chance for Langlois, and he lost the puck, but then he got it right back, quickly fired it, trying to go far side, pipe stick side, but just could not get it on goal. Great opportunity for West, trying to get their first lead of the game. Went on the draw. Backhanded shot by Connor Wendell, goes into the right corner. Picked up now by Stevens Point. Capped in deep, however, by the Warriors. Wendell still fighting for it, now behind the cage. Wendell getting double teamed. Puck is still fought for. Now Stevens Point gets it to center. Tyler Cleveland moves it forward to Ray Reinick. Reinick along the far side boards. Chipped over the blue line by Connor Wendell. Now Stevens Point outlet pass does not connect. Tyler Cleveland at his own blue line. Cleveland moves it left-hand side. Still fighting for it. Now push forward. Now Langlois into the zone. Possible 3-on-2. Tyler Cleveland. Cleveland a shot and a save made by Jonathan Nafe. Cleveland from the upper slot had a good opportunity, but Nafe able to fight it off. Odd man rush for the Warriors, but now up ice. Here comes Spash. In front, Luka Weinkoff. Weinkoff knocked off the puck before he could take a shot. Big play from behind by Lucas Langlois. Back to the play. Shot deflected as wide of the cage. Off the far side boards, captain by Stevens Point. And then losing the puck to Taylor Meyer. Puck goes in center. And a body on the body of Stevens Point as getting cooked. And he tried to change down the puck with Ray Reinick. The missed play at the low line by Spash leads to a goal. Where he may get the first, he got hooked, and they tried to change on that puck. And the Warriors will go out of power play for the second time today, and a chance to get their first lead. 14:49 to go in the second period, a 1-1 score. Face off to the right of Jonathan Nafe. Lucas Langlois stepping into the circle. Warriors 1 for 1 on the power play today. Stevens Point wins the draw. Puck moves to the near side. Thomas Garham a shot. And it's fought off by Nafe. Right corner back to Thomas Garham. Garham back to the point. Brady Cleveland. Left-hand side, Connor Healy. Healy played. Save made and right in on the goaltender was Kay Grover. But there was no rebound to be had as Nafe was able to hold on. Connor Healy scored the first power play goal for the Warriors with point for number 2. But Nafe was able to make the stop. Face off to the right of Nafe. Face off is won by Spash for a moment. Puck in behind the cage, Cale Bolton. Bolton moves left-hand side and Stevens Point clears it over the zone. Brady Cleveland will be forced to go all the way back behind his cage. Now Brady on the left-hand side. Cleveland gets it ahead to Garham. Garham over the red line. Garham over the blue line. Garham to the right face off circle. Garham goes in front. Deflected. And it does not go in ahead. Brady Cleveland was rushing up the middle of the ice. Puck in the left corner, picked up by the Warriors. Fighting forward is Cade Gruber. Now Connor Wendell has it taken away. Stevens Point through center ice. Dillingham. Dillingham at neutral slows it down. Brady Dillingham will then dump it in deep. Whipped along the boards on the right-hand side. Grabbed by Luka Weinkoff. He'll chip it in behind the Wausau West cage. 1 minute even to go on this Warrior power play. Through center ice, Garham. Garham over the red line. Garham into the zone. Garham and a whistle and an offside. Full head of steam for Garham as he does a 360 on his skates, showing his frustration as that rush comes to an end. 53 seconds to go on the Wausau West power play, 13:42 to go in the second period. Still a 1-1 score. Neutral zone face-off coming up. Wendell taking it for the Warriors. Warriors win the face-off. Tyler Cleveland moves it ahead. Into the zone, Ryan Ellis. Ellis, right face-off circle. Ellis, right corner. Ellis throws it in front, taken away by the Panthers and cleared all the way down ice. Played by Adam Prokop, who's not been nearly as busy so far in this second period. He saw 26 shots on net in the first. Warriors down to 30 seconds on the power play. Up the left-hand side, Tyler Cleveland moves it forward, then chipped back by the Panthers. Ryan Ellis will be forced to chase it down in his own zone. 22 seconds on the power play. Connor Wendell now through center, over the red line, over the blue line, into the offensive zone. Drops it back. There's a shot, and it's a save. Kicked aside as firing that shot for the Warriors was Chase Prohaska. And the puck is cleared again by Stevens Point as the final seconds of this power play will tick off. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Through center ice now comes Gruber. Gruber into the zone. Gruber drops it off Garham. Garham a shot. Gets deflected behind the cage. Wrap around by Gruber, and a save is made by Nafe. Picked up now by Stevens Point. Up ice, here comes Smiga. Smiga through center, over the red line, over the blue line. Stops near the right point. Tried to roll it down low, could not connect. Taken away by Brady Cleveland. Here comes Cleveland back up ice, left-hand side, 2-on-2. Cleveland into the zone. Cleveland left face-off circle. Fires a shot, goes off the end of the mitt of Jonathan Nafe. Rebound goes back to center ice. Cleveland will grab it at the red line, and he'll roll it back in deep. 12:15 to go, second period, 1-1 score. SPASH whips it along the near side boards. Pinching in was Gruber, could not get there. Now here comes Smiga through center, 2-on-2. Smiga, upper slot, Smiga, a shot! And fighting it off was Prokop as it goes just over his right shoulder. To the right-hand side, Cale Bolton shot is deflected in front, cutting right in front of the goaltender for Stevens Point was number 21, Matthew Eden. Got a piece of it, deflected out of play, and the face-off will come outside the zone. Oh, no, they're going to say it was deflected off of West. Perhaps it got off. The deflection did get to the goaltender, so the face-off will remain in the offensive zone for Stevens Point. 11:55 to go in period number 2. 1-1 score. Face-off drawn, won by the Warriors. With it is Tyler Cleveland. Cleveland behind the cage, moves it near side Kopetsky. Kopetsky up to center ice. Puck taken back by Stevens Point. Quickly on the transition come the Panthers. Into the right corner. Now behind the cage, Keller. Keller back to the point. Actually, this is Keller at the left point. Now pass to the right-hand side. Cale Bolton knocked away. Chipped out of the zone by Brody Brimacombe. Keller will chase it down behind his own cage now for Stevens Point. Brimacombe putting the pressure on. Puck taken away by the Warriors. Judah Leader into the right corner. Keller again. Leader gets it back. Warriors back to the point. Tyler Cleveland. Cleveland shot blocked. Now to center ice. Here comes, over skating it with the Panthers, or else they would have had a 2-on-1. Boy, Luka Weinkoff would have had a chance, but he could not gain control. Back up ice comes Stevens Point. Right face-off circle, Keller. Keller back to between the circles. Picked up left wing side. Now a backhanded shot goes off the skate of Tyler Cleveland into the near side corner. Warriors will clear it back to center. Warriors dodged a bullet there, but now we got a whistle. And it looks like a penalty may be coming up. And it will be on, I think, Stevens Point. Will the Warriors get another power play? Warriors are 1 for 2 with the man advantage. Stevens Point is 1 for 3 at this point. The box is open for Stevens Point. We're waiting for somebody to jump in, and yep, heading into the box for the SPASH Panthers will be Logan Johnson. Perhaps too many men on the ice. Let's wait and see. But the Warriors get their second power play chance of the second period, trying to get the lead. 1-1 score, 10:54 to go. Face-off fought for, yep, it was too many men on the ice for SPASH. Puck in the deep left wing corner. Still a fight for the puck. Seconds ticking off, and now finally the whistle blows. Warriors would love to take advantage of the power play. Get that lead. They have not played with the lead here tonight. In fact, have not played with the lead against Stevens Point this season. Face-off won by West. Brady Cleveland, left point, rolls it down low. Deflected by Healy behind the net. Trying to get there first, unable to do so is Gruber. Gruber now takes it right in front, but nobody there for the Warriors. Picked off by Smiga. Smiga trying to work his way up ice. Smiga through center, moves it left-hand side, rolled into the zone. Brady Cleveland will chase it down for the Warriors. Leaves it for Connor Healy. 1:24 to go on the power play. Wausau West, not much so far in the man advantage. Into the zone, Lucas Langlois. Langlois back to the point, kept in by Brady Cleveland. Right-hand side, through a screen, deflected, Gruber, and a save was made by Nath. Left face-off circle, Healy, a shot, save, trying to cover up his Nath behind the cage, wrap around, and not able to get there was Connor Healy. He had a little bit of room as he quickly tried to go on the near side for the wraparound, but not able to get it home as the whistle blows as the net comes off. So a little flourish there by the Warriors. Still 1:03 to go on the power play. Near side face-off circle. Lucas Langlois steps in. Face-off won by the Warriors. Back to the point, Brady Cleveland. Cleveland, stick handles. Cleveland through a screen, hit in front. Langlois got in the way of that shot, and now picked up by Stevens Point. Up to center, and then rolled in deep by Jacob Sankey. Goes in on net, played by Adam Prokop. Wausau West in their own zone. Up is Thomas Garum. Garum got hit, and that's going to be a penalty on SPASH. Puck goes in deep. It will be touched up by Stevens Point. And for 35 seconds, there will be a two-man advantage as injured right below me at center ice is Thomas Garum. He took that shot. And he is in some discomfort. But with 9:29 to go, the penalty will be called on Stevens Point, and going into the box is Jacob Sankey. And West, again, will have this two-man advantage that the trainer will come out to look at Thomas Garum. Garum trying to work his way up to his knees, but again, in discomfort. Well, Stevens Point had the two-man advantage in the first period, but they were not able to take advantage with 2 full minutes of the 5-on-3. Won't be as long here for Wausau West for 35 seconds as we near the midway point of this game. Again, 9:29 to go in the second period. Is now sitting up, and it looks like left leg for Thomas Garum as he is looked at. But if you missed it earlier, the 2 goals came early on as Garum will work his way to his skates. Stevens Point scored a power play goal at 1:33 of the first. It was Brady Dillingham to give SPASH a 1-0 lead. And then the Warriors on the power play slightly more than 3 minutes after that at 4:50. Connor Healy with the goal to even things up at 1-1. But heading off to the locker area will be Thomas Garum. And the Warriors will begin this 5-on-3 power play. 35 seconds now, 5-on-3. Lucas Langlois out there to take the face-off. Judah Leader on the right wing side. Kate Gruber on the left. Connor Healy left defense, and Brady Cleveland the right defense for Wausau West. There's the face-off. Goes in behind the goal line. Whipped along the boards by SPASH. So takes a good bounce for Stevens Point. It's a 5-minute knee penalty, a 5-minute major. So the Warriors will have a 5-minute major power play. The 5-on-3 down to 19 seconds. Up through center ice. Here comes Brady Cleveland. Cleveland into the zone, right wing side. Cleveland, right face-off circle. Cleveland, stick handles. Moves it left-hand side. Healy. Healy fires a shot. Deflected out of play. Looking for the screen in front. Looking for the deflection was Healy. Gets deflected out of play. But the Warriors still have 4:32 to go on the major. They have 7 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. 9:01 to go in the second period. A 1-1 game. Face off to the right of Jonathan Nath. Here's the draw. Leader wins it. Warriors have it. Left-hand side, Healy. Gets it over to Brady Cleveland. Cleveland, stick handles. Near side. Lucas Langlois has it knocked away, and the puck is cleared by Stevens Point. Adam Prokop will play the puck. He'll move it to the far side boards, and Connor Healy. This is a critical major. Warriors need to take advantage. Now coming up through center. Left-hand side, Connor Healy. Healy over the blue line. Healy, left face-off circle. Healy fires a shot and a save made by Nafe. Puck in by the cage, now deflects in front, rolls in slowly, and putting his big goalie mitt on top of it is junior netminder Jonathan Nafe. 4:01 to go on the power play for Wausau West. 8:30 to go. We are exactly halfway through this game. Exactly one half done. 1-1 score. Face-off will be to the right of Nafe. Connor Wendell will step into the circle for the Warriors. Face-off is fought for. Battle for it, grabbed by SPASH, and they'll clear the zone. Goes in on net, stick to side by Adam Prokop. He'll leave it for Tyler Cleveland. Cleveland on the near side. Cleveland has his pass deflected, gets it back. Cleveland now through center, over the red line, now over the blue line. Cleveland, left-hand corner. Cleveland still has it now behind the cage. Rolls it into the right-hand corner. Ben Kopetsky trying to dig it out. Now near side, Connor Wendell could not handle it. Puck is grabbed by SPASH and again cleared out of the zone. 3:28 to go on the major penalty for Stevens Point. 1-1 score. Connor Wendell through his own zone, now through center ice. Crossing the red line, left-hand side, now into the offensive zone. Wendell, left corner. Wendell stops. Wendell lost his edge. Puck is picked up by SPASH, and the Panthers again get to the point. Nice job there by Healy, but then taken away. Off the right-hand side, Luka Weinkoff. Weinkoff into the right corner. Weinkoff will get there first, now behind the cage. Moves it near side. Taken there by Brady Dillingham. Dillingham back to Weinkoff. Clock down under 3 minutes to go in this power play for the Warriors. Now taking the puck away deep in his own zone is Connor Healy. Healy will bring it up the left-hand side. His pass goes off the stick of Weinkoff, who dumps it in deep. Behind the net, throwing it down now for the Warriors is Prokop. So far, not so good on this major penalty. A bad outlet pass by Wausau West, but it does roll into the zone. Coming in front, Leader chopping at it. Right face on circle, Gruber, shot goes just wide. It was a bad outlet pass, but getting there first was Leader, and then Gruber followed up. Left face-off circle, Gruber. Back to the point, Healy. Right-hand side, Brady Cleveland. Right face-off circle, Langworth. Langworth in front, shot, save, rebound, cleared aside by Stevens Point. Beautiful setup right between the circles. Now Stevens Point possible 2-on-1. Right-hand side, Dillingham. Dillingham behind the cage. Dillingham slows it down, has it knocked away. Best chance of the power play for the Warriors a few moments ago. Now the Warriors deep in their own zone. Left-hand side, with it is Connor Healy. Healy up to center ice, Lucas Langlois into the zone. Now with it is Cade Gruber, right face-off circle. Gruber into the right corner. Gruber centers it, looking for the deflection from Leader, does not get it. Left-hand side, Connor Healy. Healy, top of the face-off circle. Shot is blocked, and it deflects back to neutral. 1:42 to go on the 5-minute major. 6:08 to go in the second period, 1-1 score. Shipped in softly by Lucas Langlois. Goes in behind the cage. Taking it away in the left corner is Cade Gruber. Gruber has it taken right back. Stevens Point looking for the opening. Has it deflected. Still SPASH has it. On the right-hand side, Cale Bolton gives it to Smiga. Smiga could not get it out. Kept in by Brady Cleveland. Rolls it to the left corner. Still a fight for the puck, and now Smiga will get it back. Smiga makes a nice little move. Smiga will flip it through center and all the way down ice. 1:05 to go. Long pass in by Prokop. Gets it towards Connor Healy, but Connor could not get a piece of it. It goes all the way down for an icing. So a defensive zone face-off for the Warriors on the power play with 1:01 to go on this 5-minute major. Well, we saw it in the first period where Stevens Point could not take advantage of 2 full minutes of 5-on-3. So far, the Warriors have not been able to take advantage of 35 seconds of 5-on-3 in a 5-minute major. Win on the draw by SPASH. Kept in deep. Now right corner, Dillingham. Dillingham throws it in front, deflected away. Puck is still battled for. Kicked forward by Tyler Cleveland. Now the Warriors up through center ice. Trying to get there is Prohaska. Prohaska could not handle it. Puck is still fought for at neutral. Taken away by Stevens Point. Right-hand side. Room to maneuver. Dillingham, a shot and a goal. Dillingham hit the crossbar and it goes to the back of the net. A short-handed goal for Brady Dillingham with 5:09 to go in the second period, and Stevens Point regains the lead 2-1. 11 minutes and 51 seconds the time of the goal. That is a disastrous turn for the Warriors. Instead of getting the power play goal and getting the lead, instead they give it to Dillingham, who lights the lamp for the second time today. A short-handed goal for Brady Dillingham. Dillingham now has 14 goals on the season for the Panthers. 40 seconds to go on the power play for Wausau West. Warriors win the draw. With it is Connor Healy. Healy to the red line, will dump it in deep. Goes in behind the cage to the far side boards. Fight for the puck. With it is Cade Gruber. Gruber chopping at it. Puck is now played around the boards and out of the zone. Luca Weinkoff got the only assist on that shorty for Stevens Point. Brady Cleveland deep in his own zone, now behind the cage. Cleveland will set things up as the clock is down to 10 seconds to go on the penalty. Up the right-hand side, Connor Wendell. Wendell passes deflected off the far side boards. And the puck will be cleared all the way down ice by Stevens Point. Behind the cage, Adam Prokop as the 5-minute major comes to an end. Now the Warriors up through center, chipped into the zone by Langlois. Drew the leader, trying to chase it down in the right corner. Instead, good body position by Keller. Keller had it go in front and then covering it up. Keller trying to stick handle, had it deflected, rolled right in front of the Stevens Point cage and then covered up by Jonathan Nafe. 4:14 to go, second period, so SPASH again up by 1, 2-1. Face-off will be to the right of Jonathan Nafe. Brody Brimacombe stepping in to take the face-off for the Warriors. Face-off drawn to the left corner, picked up by Cale Bolton. Bolton moves it to the near side, trying to keep it in as Wausau West. Puck comes loose in front, taken away by the Panthers up to center. Now over the blue line, into the zone, Weinkoff. Weinkoff comes in front. Weinkoff could not handle it. Puck is loose, deflected away with the goalie stick by Prokop. Back to the left point, kept in deep by the Panthers into the right corner. Bounces over the stick of Jacob Sankey, and the Warriors get it back. Through center ice, Ben Kopeski. Kopeski into the zone. Kopeski, right face-off circle. His shot goes wide of the cage. Brimacombe, bad angle shot, deflected by Nafe over the glass, into the netting, and out of play. So another offensive zone draw for the Warriors with 3:39 to go in the second period. 2-1, Stevens Point with the lead. Been a different second period. The Panthers have not had the pressure they had in the first, due mainly to the fact they've been shorthanded most of the period, but the shorthanded goal by Dillingham has given Stevens Point the lead. Face off to the right of Nafe, drawn into the left wing corner. Fought for Ray Reinick trying to jam it loose for Wausau West. Reinick does have it, and then he gets knocked down. Puck is still fought for behind Nafe. Now moved along the far side boards. With it now for the Panthers is Dillingham, gets it up to center ice, and Luca Weinkoff. Weinkoff has a poke checked away by Brady Cleveland. Cleveland takes it now for the Warriors. Cleveland, right-hand side, Lucas Langlois. Langlois back to Cleveland. Cleveland down low and a little behind his target, Ray Reinick. Nice thought that time by Brady Cleveland. Now Smiga through center ice, into the zone. Smiga shot, fought off by Prokop. Oh, and a big hit, and there's a penalty coming up, and that could be 5 on Brady Cleveland. In the corner, Dillingham, he was right against the boards, and that is close. That could be a boarding penalty coming up on Brady Cleveland. We'll have to wait and see. .303 to go in the second period, and now Stevens Point will head to the man advantage. Waiting to see what comes up on the board here, and I think it's going to be a major, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it's going to be a 5-minute major coming up on Brady Cleveland of Wausau West. Boy, that is a killer as well, because you take him off the ice for 10 minutes because of the misconduct as well. But now the Warriors will have to kill out the 5-minute major. Cale Bolton, right-hand side. There's a shot. Save is made on that fire from Mason Keller. Puck is battleful on the near side boards.
Has also been assessed a 10-minute misconduct.
Puck is now rolled towards the left corner. Picked up by Tyler Cleveland. Tried to clear it, but it goes into the netting and out of play. Well, the Warriors now face a situation. They got kind of split it in half. Need to get through the next 2:46 here in the second period. Get to the locker room. Have still be a 1-goal game. And then come back to start off the third period for almost 2 minutes to try and kill that off and keep it 2-1. But a very difficult task against a good power play of Stevens Point. Center ice face-off, won by the Panthers. Goes off the skate of Dillingham, picked up by West and cleared out of the zone. Trying to chase it down on the left-hand side is Connor Wendell, but getting there first for the Panthers is Cale Bolton. Bolton flips it forward, now into the zone, Sankey. Sankey, left-hand side. Sankey thrown in front, knocked away. Good stick work that time by the Warriors. Chase Prohaska was able to knock away the pass, and the Warriors cleared all the way down ice. Stevens Point looking to break their own zone. Now through center ice. With it is Mason Keller. Keller, left face-off circle. Keller drops it back to Smiga. Smiga throws it down low. Turn and a fire, and a save made by Prokop from the near face-off circle. Turn and a quick shot by Dillingham. Right-hand side, Keller. Keller trying to work his way in. Puck now in behind the cage. Puck is back to the point, but not able to keep it in with Stevens Point. A minute 55 in the period. 3:50 to go in the power play for Stevens Point, who lead 2-1. Puck at neutral. Back into the zone. Smiga, near side board. Smiga back to the point. With it is Bolton. Bolton, upper slot. Bolton, right face-off circle. Taken there by Dillingham. Dillingham back to the point. Now it's the left-hand side. Chased down by Smiga. Smiga at the goal line. Back on the near side. Cale Bolton. Bolton between the circles. Deflected. Puck goes off the near side boards. Trying to backhand it, but whiffing on the attempt is Prohaska for the Warriors. Now picked up and cleared all the way down ice by Connor Healy. A minute 20 in the period. 3:17 on the power play for Stevens Point. Panthers setting up deep in their own zone. 2-1 SPASH. Through center, over the red line, over the blue line, into the zone, Mason Keller. Keller between the circles, could not get the shot off. From behind, a penalty coming up on West. A penalty coming up on the Warriors will be touched up. I don't know about that one. Who's going in for Wausau West? Boy, it's going to be Connor Healy. So that means both of the Warriors' top defensemen are in the box right now. And actually, there's two more players going in the box. Boy, oh boy, there is a jam-packed penalty box right now for Wausau West. 1:02 to go in the second period. 2-1, Stevens Point with the lead. See what the calls are on this. Judah Leader gets called for, I think, the initial penalty. And I don't know why Healy right now is in the box, so we'll have to wait and hear for that announcement. Well, it just got tougher here for the Warriors. Have to get through this first 1:02 on the 5-on-3 and then work the rest of it after the third period starts. Referee is going over and making sure everybody is on the same page over at the scorers table. But 2-1, Stevens Point with the lead. Again, SPASH comes in first place in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. They are 8-0 in the league, 12-5 overall. The Warriors are one game back in the conference. They're 7-1 in the league, and Wausau West 8-6 overall. But now the Warriors 5-on-3 down. We've seen a few of these here today. There's the face-off, won by Stevens Point. Near side boards, into the left corner. Coming in, taking a shot and a save. Simon Bienvenu took it in, but a good stop made by Adam Prokop, who holds on. Judah Leader gets a slashing call. What is the other one? Because I see Healy on the board as well.
Also, minor penalty by number 8, Connor Healy. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike.
Oh boy, oh boy, you cannot have that happen. That's an unsportsmanlike on Healy. So that means they got to wait for the first penalty to end before the second penalty will begin. This is going to be an exceptionally difficult penalty kill for the Warriors. Have the 5-minute major that still has 2:44 to go, then a minute 45 on the penalty to Healy, and then the leader penalty, I think, is going to start up at that point. Face off to the right of Adam Prokop. Smiga in the circle against Lucas Langlois. There's the face-off fought for, won by Stevens Point. Dillingham, near side boards. Dillingham, left face-off circle. Dillingham gets it over to Cale Bolton. Bolton, right-hand side, Keller. Mason Keller stick handles into the right corner. There's a pass, left face-off circle. There's what a great idea by Bolton, but whiffing was Jacob Sankey on the doorstep. Right face-off circle. There's a turn and a fire, goes off the glass behind the goal. Behind the cage, Dillingham comes in front. Dillingham tried to go up high, but good position by Adam Prokop, who makes the stop. Working right in front was Dillingham, looking for the hat trick. He tried to go up high, but hit the shoulder of Prokop, who then jumped on that puck. 24.3 seconds in the period. That is the first goal here for the Warriors. Get through this period. Get a clear right now. Face off to the right of Prokop. Face-off is fought for near the dot. Still fought for. Picked up by Smiga. Smiga moves it right face-off circle. Taken by Keller. Keller stick handles. Back to Smiga. Far side boards. Now Smiga, bottom of the face-off circle. Smiga at the goal line. Between the circles. Shot save! Reload! Cleared into the corner. 8 seconds in the period. Big stop again for Prokop. Right in front. Again, right face-off circle. Smiga fires it wide of the cage. Well, stage one has been completed of this incredibly difficult penalty kill for the Warriors. It will still be 5-on-3 when we start off the second period, but it is 2-1 SPASH with the lead. We'll come back, try to put this all together for you in our intermission. This is Warrior Hockey on Sports Fan 98.9.
First for Stevens Point's Knife, 14 saves for a two-period total of 19.
If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stays on track. I'm Scott Mashinsky with Edward Jones. I'd like to help. Stop by our office on 17th Avenue or call 715-849-5258. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Think you can't afford life insurance? Think again. You might be surprised at how affordable it can be. 80% of Americans overestimate the cost of life insurance. Maybe it's time to swap a few small expenses for some big peace of mind. Life insurance can protect us like this, and it's the right thing to do. Let's talk today. For details, contact Jim Nick, agent. Call 715-359-5055 or start IC 24/7. You want to short up 5 minutes hold for the excess exam for the insurance company. Yes, I am operating ready. 6,000 American Broadway. Insurance. The two penalties to the certainly helps me see these penalties will start initially. You're thinking, it's time to call CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. If you're thinking new four-wheel drive vehicle to get you to the downhill slopes or the cross-country trails, it's time to call CCU. That's Clover Belt Credit Union, the leader in financing fun. Quick, easy loan applications, friendly lenders, and great rates make CCU the lending leader in financing fun. If your idea of winter fun isn't in the snow, maybe hitting the highway in a new motorhome is the way to go. Just give CCU a call. Financing for motorhomes and winter getaways. When you think fun, think Clover Belt Credit Union. What are you waiting for? Life's too short and winter's too long. Call CCU for your great rate financing. Dial 715-842-5693 or apply online or for your smartphone. That's Clover Belt Credit Union. Local lenders, lending local money, keeping our community strong.
Expectations in civil engineering, land surveying, and environmental and safety consulting for 30 years. They're responsive, efficient, and innovative. Visit REI online at reiengineering.com.
For more than 60 years, Sun Printing has been Central Wisconsin's commercial printer of choice due to their commitment to quality, creative solutions, and dedicated service. Sun Printing's team offers you a wide spectrum of services. Whether you need offset, digital, large format, graphic design, or mailing, they print everything under the sun. No project is too big or too small. So give Sun Printing a call at 845-4911 or visit them online at sunprinting.com.
Sports Fan 98.9 is W255DN and WXCO, Wausau.
Chad Holmes again from the Marathon Park Ice Arena, where we have seen two incredibly interesting, to say the least, periods of hockey. Stevens Point 2, Wausau West 1. Warriors had a 5-minute major power play in that period. Stevens Point in the midst of a 5-minute major power play. The Warriors had a short 5-on-3. Stevens Point is getting a very long 5-on-3. And in the end, despite all those power plays, it was a short-handed goal by Stevens Point that has given the Panthers the lead. So let's look at the numbers of this one. Brought to you by the Wausau West Athletic Department. Thanks to the Wausau West Athletic Department for their continued support of our broadcast of Warrior Athletics here on Sports Fan 98.9. To find out your next opportunities to cheer on the Warriors, go to WisconsinValleyConference.org and click on Wausau West. Well, scoring-wise, they've all been on the special teams. Stevens Point got a power play goal just 1:33 into the game. Brady Dillingham unassisted to give the Panthers a 1-0 lead. Warriors got their own power play chance a short time later and took advantage. 4:50 of the first period, Connor Healy with the goal. Assist went to Cade Gruber, and we're all even 1-1. It would stay that way to the end of the first period. That was a first period dominated by Stevens Point. They had 26 shots on net in the first period, just 6 shots for Wausau West. Warriors were able to turn around slightly in terms of the shots in the second period. Wausau West had 14 shots in the second period, 12 for Stevens Point. But in the end, it was a short-handed goal by Brady Dillingham, his second goal of the game. At 11:51 of the period, assists went to Luka Weinkoff, and that gave Stevens Point a 2-1 lead. But then the Warriors, they were taking penalties late in the period. 3 minors and a major in the final minutes of the period. There is right now 1:57 to go on the 5-minute major for Brady Cleveland. There is 58 seconds to go on the minor for Connor Healy. And then we still have to have the 2-minute minor that was taken by Judah Leader. That hasn't even started. That won't start until Connor Healy is out of the penalty box. So the Warriors, they're going to have to basically kill off a 5-on-3 here for the next minute 57 in order to keep it a 2-1 lead. Well, looking ahead at our broadcast schedule, we have Wausau West boys basketball tonight. Once I'm done here, I'll make the short trek over to the to the Wausau West Fieldhouse as the Warrior boys basketball team will take on Wisconsin Rapids. 7 o'clock for the pregame, 7:15 for the opening tip. Then on Monday we have, actually don't forget tomorrow, we have the Packers and the Buccaneers in the NFC Championship game. Pregame coverage at 1, kickoff at 2 p.m., and then Buffalo at Kansas City in the AFC Championship game. So don't forget, tomorrow, starting at 1 o'clock, coverage of both the NFC Championship and the AFC Championship here on Sports Fan 98.9. Then Monday night, Newman Catholic boys basketball at Lakeland, 7 o'clock for the pregame show. Tuesday night, Wausau West will be at East Merrill United. You won't be able to hear the game here on Sports Fan 98.9, but you can hear it on our sister station, Blue Jay 96.3 FM out of Merrill. Also online at bluejay963.com and mobile devices starting at 7 o'clock. I'll be with the Central Wisconsin Storm on Tuesday night when the Storm head to the Fox City Stars. Number 1 ranked, defending state champions, undefeated. Storm at the Stars. Live online only at WXCOFM.com and the Sports 4 stream starting at 6:40. Tom Weaver will have Marathon boys basketball at Auburndale Tuesday night starting at 6:50. And then after the Marathon Auburndale game is completed, the Storm game against Fox Cities will be heard as well on a tape delay basis on Sports Fan 98.9. And then next Thursday night, we'll have the Wausau West Warriors at Chippewa Falls in boys hockey, starting with the pregame show at 6:40. So we are heading towards the playoffs. Exciting time for winter high school sports. We'll take one more break and then come back with the start of period number 3. Warriors trail Stevens Point 2-1. This is Wausau West Hockey on Sports Fan 98.9.
Since 1980, Wausau Wine Company has been serving the Wausau area with great food and drink in a truly unique dining atmosphere. It's 30-plus years of using only the finest ingredients, and we pride ourselves on still cooking the old-fashioned way, from scratch. Wausau Wine's menu is sure to please, and we stand by our promise of good food and drink at a fair price, and we're proud to be a long-standing part of our community. Experience it yourself. Visit the Wausau Wine Company on Stewart Avenue in Wausau today, enjoying the good times for over 30 years.
Coming up, changes in newly released Hoops Coaches polls after the WIAA's revamped divisional placements. I'm Travis Wilson, and this is a WisSports.net Minute brought to you by VNNSports.net. More high school sports news after this.
As the official software provider for nearly 3,000 high schools across the country, VNN knows it's been a different kind of year. And while the game hasn't changed, your school's needs have. If you're an athletics administrator, it's more important now than ever to go digital and make sure parents, athletes, and fans have all the information they need to feel safe, up-to-date, and connected to your high school's sports programs. A website, digital ticketing, fundraising, live streaming, social media sync, VNN does it all to make your life easier. Check out the new necessities for the new normal at vnnsports.net.
We knew there would be a good amount of changes in this week's basketball coaches polls after the WIAA's announcement last week revamped divisional placements for more than 125 teams in both boys and girls hoops. All told, 21 teams in last week's boys basketball rankings were moved up a division, with 22 moving up in girls basketball. In the WisSports.net boys basketball coaches poll released on Tuesday, Neenah took over the top spot in Division 1 after former top-ranked Wauwatosa East dropped 2 games last week. In Division 2, Onalaska ascended to the number 1 position, replacing Wisconsin Lutheran, who suffered its first loss last week as well. Racine St. Catherine's and Cuba City are constants atop Division 3 and 4, and Cuba City cemented its place later on Tuesday with an 80-70 win over Darlington, despite missing star senior Braden Daly, who was out with a broken wrist. With the top 8 teams in last week's Division 5 coaches poll moving up to D4, Houstonburg took over the number 1 ranking in D5. In girls hoops, Kimberly replaces Germantown atop Division 1. Notre Dame continues to lead the way in D2. Aquinas was the top-ranked Division 4 team, and the Blue Gulls move up to Division 3 now, where they are the number 1 team again. Michigan is the new number 1 in D4, with Blackhawk on top of Division 5. This has been a WisSports.net Minute. Check us out online at WisSports.net and search iTunes for the WSN podcast.
Train engineers put our heating and cooling products through almost every test imaginable. So while you're firing up a pot of coffee, they're firing golf balls into a compressor. Testing like this is the reason Train is so reliable. And why our engineers tend to have a wicked slice.
Anytime, night or day, call PGA. PGA Incorporated is your leading Central Wisconsin train comfort specialist. See us at pgainc.net.
It's hard to stop a train. Really hard.
Our online broadcast stream of today's game is brought to you exclusively by PGA Plumbing, Heating, Electrical, and Excavating, your leading train comfort specialist serving Wisconsin since 1994.
Let's see how much more interesting it gets here in the final 17 minutes, or maybe even more after that. 2-1, Stevens Point with the lead, but the Warriors have a significant challenge still ahead of them, starting off the period. 5-on-3 power play, basically for the next 2 minutes for the Warriors to try and kill off. 2 goals for Brady Dillingham, 1 on the power play, 1 shorthanded for Stevens Point. Power play goal for Connor Healy for Wausau West. 2-1. Again, a victory today for SPASH would clinch outright the Wisconsin Valley Conference Championship. Wausau West to go from right to left in front of my broadcast position here in period number 3. Let's see if the Warriors can kill off this penalty. Into the zone quickly, right-hand side, Dillingham. Dillingham filled in front, looking for the deflection, and not even going to stick on it was Jacob Sankey. Back to the point, right-hand side, Bolton. Bolton, deflected save is made by Adam Prokop. On the far boards, now back to the point. With it is Mason Keller. Keller, stick handles, right-hand side. Bolton rolls it down low. Right in front, shot and a save. Rebound is smothered up by Adam Prokop. Working it down low that time with Stevens Point, but again in the right position, right on the near side pipe against Smiga was Adam Prokop. 16:37 to go. 1:34 to go in the major penalty. 35 seconds on the Healy penalty, but then another one still to come. Right-hand side, Smiga. Smiga throws it left face-off circle. A shot, save made. Rebound, cleared aside by the Warriors and out of the zone. Another huge stop made by Prokop in close. Chased down by Stevens Point. Now coming up ice is Keller. Keller gives it over to Bolton. Bolton over the red line. Bolton over the blue line. Bolton into the offensive zone. Bolton right corner. Bolton at the goal line. Bolton now behind the cage. Bolton left face-off circle. Smiga. Shot was blocked. Connor Wendell got a stick on it. Back to Smiga. Right-hand side Dillingham. Dillingham to Smiga. Smiga. Shot save. Covered up as the first penalty comes to an end. But it's still 5-on-3 for another 58 seconds. Again, the Warriors had back-to-back simultaneous minors when there was already 5-on-3, so they had to have one 2-minute penalty come to an end before the second 2-minute penalty starts up. So the Healy penalty is done, and now the leader penalty starts. 58 seconds to go on the 5-minute major. Right-hand side, Keller. Keller back to Bolton. Bolton, right-hand side, down low, Smiga. Smiga back at the point. Keller, now Smiga, right face-off circle. His pass deflected by Cade Gruber, and Cade gets it out of the zone. Gruber fighting for the puck in front of the penalty box area. Puck is now played by Stevens Point, but Gruber is down. Better get back into the play. Left-hand side, Dillingham. Left face-off circle between the circles. Deflected Smiga in the right corner. Smiga lost the puck along the boards. Played now by Keller. Keller back to Smiga. Keller, right-hand side. Keller to Smiga, right corner. Smiga's pass deflected behind the cage. 19 seconds on the 5-on-3. Puck in the deep left corner. Played by the Panthers. Deflected out of the zone. Another clear. Down to 9 seconds on the 5-on-3. Stevens Point having issues getting into the zone. Smiga now over the blue line. Smiga left face-off circle. Smiga back to the point. Bolton. Oh, a one-timer save made. Big rip by Keller off the shoulder of Prokop, and the puck is cleared. 5-on-4 now. The first step has been completed. 49 seconds on the 5-minute major. Stevens Point back up ice into the zone. With it is Smiga, right face-off circle. Smiga moves it left. Well, whiffing on the one-timer was Bienvenu. Grabbed by the Warriors, clear to the point but not out. Right-hand side, Smiga. Smiga moves it left face-off circle. With it is Herman. Herman in the corner. Herman back to the point. Now right-hand side, taken there by Obremski. Obremski moves it left-hand side. 22 seconds on the power play. Left-hand side with the double. Herman. Herman gets knocked off the puck by Cleveland. Puck now between the circles. There's a shot and a save. Bienvenu from between the circles right into the equipment of Adam Prokop. 13 seconds away from one of the least likely penalty kills you'll ever see. More than 2 minutes of 5-on-3, a 5-minute major in there. Simultaneous penalties. Face-off is won by the Warriors, and Cleveland will clear it all the way down ice. 7 seconds on the penalty. Stevens Point maybe one more rush. Puck goes off the skate of Herman, rolls into the zone, and it will be the end of the penalty. And the Warriors clear the puck. They'll ice it as they were back to 5-on-5 hockey. What a kill for the Warriors. 5 minutes, and much of the time they were down 2 men. See if they can build on the momentum now. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. 13:55 to go in the game. 2-1 Stevens Point with the lead. Brimacombe taking the draw into the left corner. Now chipped behind the cage. Played by Wausau West. Moved off the near side boards. Back to the point. Kept in by Stevens Point. Off the far side boards. Played by the Panthers. Now playing it in the deep corner for the Warriors is Ellis. Ryan Ellis moves it on to the near side corner. Still a fight for the puck. A pair of white jerseys, a pair of black jerseys. Puck comes loose. A rip shot and goes wide. Came loose in the right face-off circle, and Caleb Meyer ripped it but missed the far side pipe, and the Warriors clear the zone. Chasing it down will be Stevens Point. Move to the near side. Bienvenu trying to chase it down. Keeping it now for the Warriors is Gruber. Now puck rolled to the far side boards. Panthers will chip it up the center. Cade Gruber will dump it right back over the blue line. Fight for the puck in front of the Stevens Point bench. Still battle for it, and now finally picked up by SPASH. At neutral ice with it is Keller. Keller's pass gets knocked down. Ray Reinick will flip it forward, trying to hit Langlois, could not connect. Goes all the way down ice. behind the net. Chasing it down is Cale Bolton for Stevens Point. Puck kept in, however, by Connor Wendell. Whips it in behind the net. Left-hand side, Langlois. Langlois back to the point, Connor Healy, but taken away. Here comes Dillingham. Dillingham up the right-hand side. Dillingham fires a shot, hit the side of the net. Rebound behind the cage. Dillingham could not control it, and the net, I think, came off its moorings again. Well, that net just comes off so easily. We've seen both sides. Anytime it gets just even breathed on, it appears it comes off. 12:40 to go in period number 3. Stevens Point 2, Wausau West 1. Face-off will be to the right of Adam Prokop, who has been stellar tonight for the Warriors. Langlois will step into the circle for West, win on the draw for Stevens Point. Left-hand side, Kellner throws it in front, blocked away. Now trying to chase it down is Connor Wendell. Wendell trying to go between two defenders, could not do so. Taken back by Dillingham. Moves it forward, chipped into the zone by SPASH and Jacob Sankey. Now Dillingham, tough angle shot, blocked, threw it off the side of the net. Warriors get it back. Up the left-hand side, up to center ice for the Warriors is Ray Reinick. Reinick gets it into the Stevens Point zone, where it's taken back by the Panthers. Now trying to chip it forward, but goes over the boards into the SPASH bench from Wausau West forward Ben Kopetsky. Neutral zone face-off just outside the blue line of the Stevens Point end with 12:12 to go in the game. Stevens Point 2, Wausau West 1. Stepping out to take the draw for the Warriors is Brandon Ricklefs, drawn into the Wausau West zone. Sticked aside, a little dangerous move there by Prokop as a Panther was coming in very quickly. Puck is back to the point and out through center ice. Ricklefs will chip it in. Goes all the way down ice, and that'll be icing on Wausau West. Again, Tuesday night, the Warriors' next hockey game. Won't have it here on Sports Fan 98.9 from Merrill, but you can hear it on our sister station, Sunrise Broadcasting, WJMT out of Merrill, Blue Jay 96.3 FM, Wausau West at East Merrill United Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. You can also hear it on BlueJay963.com. Puck back to the point, but not able to keep it in is Stevens Point after the face-off win. On the near side, Bienvenu passes forward. It'll go into the Warrior zone. Ryan Ellis will chase it down for the Warriors. Move it to the near side boards. Gets away from Judah Leader, but not able to keep it in with Bienvenu for the Panthers, and it rolls back into the Stevens Point end. Chased down by Mason Keller. Keller gets checked off the puck, but gets it back. Moves it left-hand side to Bienvenu. Bienvenu off the far side boards, gets it to center. Taken back by Judah Leader. Leader fights forward in front of his own bench. Moves it forward along the boards, but taken back by SPASH. Panthers get it into the offensive zone. Puck on the right-hand side. Bienvenu fires it wide of the cage. Rebound grabbed on the left-hand side by Caleb Meyer. Has it taken away. Here comes West. Brimacombe into the zone. Brimacombe, his shot goes high and off the glass. Puck to the near side boards. Fought for it. Grabbed by Brimacombe. Throws it in front. Taken back by Stevens Point. Off the right-hand side boards. Into the zone comes SPASH and Jamie Reeve. Reeve will chase it down behind the net. Reeve moves it left-hand side. Puck bounces around in the left face-off circle. Still fought for it. Now grabbed by the Warriors up the center. Again, Brimacombe trying to get around the defender, could not do so. Taken back by Keller. Keller will leave it to his teammate on the left-hand side, Cale Bolton. Bolton flips at the center. Taken back by the Warriors. Wendell will pass it forward towards Cade Gruber, but a whistle as Gruber was still in the zone and offside. Warriors looking for the equalizer. 10:33 to go in the game, 2-1. Stevens Point with the edge. Face-off taken by the Warriors. Ray Reinick trying to work his way in, but had it knocked away. Puck is still loose in the Stevens Point end. Taken back, thrown in front, but not able to get towards Wendell on that feed from Lucas Langlois. Right point, Tyler Cleveland fires a shot and a save made by Nafe. Nafe has not been too busy here early in the period, but he makes that stop. Puck is rolled back into the Stevens Point zone. Cale Bolton will grab it for SPASH. Bolton's pass goes off the boot of Lucas Langlois, but grabbed and dumped in deep by Brady Dillingham. He'll be played off the backboards by Adam Prokop. He'll take no chances, cover it up, get the whistle, and the stoppage. 10:04 to go, 2-1. Stevens Point with the edge. Face-off will be to the left of Adam Prokop. Stepping into the circle, Trevor Herman for the Panthers. Going up against Lucas Langlois for the Warriors. Win on the draw for a moment by SPASH. Puck is still loose in the face-off circle. Now grabbed by the Panthers. Left-hand side, there's a shot, goes wide of the cage. Rebound, back to the point. Turn and firing through a screen was Simon Bienvenu. And again, that was right in my line of sight. There were two, maybe three players between the shooter Bienvenu and the goaltender Prokop, but somehow Adam was able to track it, make the stop, and then jump on the rebound. Boy, really tracking it well today is Prokop. He has kept the Warriors in this game. Face off to the left of the junior. Cade Gruber will take the draw here against Herman. Into the right corner, picked up by the Panthers, but then Judah Leader will get in front of that pass, but could not control it. Kept in deep by Stevens Point. Connor Healy in the near side corner. Warriors still playing without Brady Cleveland because of that 10-minute misconduct he took on the major penalty in the second period. Puck at neutral ice, still bouncing around, picked up by the Panthers and dumped in deep. Behind the net, slowed down by Adam Prokop. Prokop moves it on the near side to Connor Healy. Healy gets it forward. Judah Leader. Leader, his pass goes off the skate of Rick Lefts. Warriors not able to put together the passes right now. Now Stevens Point gets it back. Bienvenu will roll it in deep. Goes in behind the Wausau West cage, chased down by Ryan Ellis. Ellis's pass goes off the stick of Judah Leader. Again, just not able to connect on those passes. Bienvenu at center, over the red line, now over the blue line. Bienvenu had it knocked away and put back to center ice by Ben Kopetsky. Again at neutral, Panthers get it over the blue line, take it away again, knocked back to center. Now Stevens Point back into the offensive zone, right-hand side, Jamie Reeve trying to turn the corner, now behind the cage. Reeve to the left face-off circle. Reeve, pass gets deflected, goes out of the zone. Rolled back to the Stevens Point blue line where it's chased down by Mason Keller. Keller passes forward. With it now is Caleb Meyer. Meyer into the zone, but a whistle and an offside called on Stevens Point. 4 seconds away from the midway point of the third period. 8 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the game. I should say 8 minutes and 34 seconds to go in regulation. 2-1, Wausau West trailing Stevens Point. Neutral zone face-off right now, just outside the Wausau West blue line. Brimacombe takes it for the Warriors, but it's controlled by SPASH. On the near side, Cale Bolton. Bolton will roll it in deep. Puck goes in behind the net. Trying to chase it down on the Warriors. Chopping at it is Prohaska. Puck in the deep left corner. Now picked up by SPASH. Behind the cage. Right face-off circle, Bolton. Bolton a shot. Hit the side of the net. Picked up on the rebound for a moment. The Warriors cannot handle it. Kept by Stevens Point. With it is Smiga. Smiga will turn from the upper slot. Fire it right into the center of the jersey of Adam Prokop. Who will smother it and hold on. 8:10 to go in period number 3. 2-1. SPASH leading Wausau West. Another one of these incredibly competitive games between these two longtime Wisconsin high school hockey powerhouses. The near side, Smiga. Smiga into the right corner. Smiga still stick handles. Pass gets deflected. Puck is loose right in front. Still loose in front. Now deflects to the right-hand side. Warriors need to get control and get some opportunities at the other end. Behind the net, trying to grab it to the Warriors. Again, cannot do so. Top of the face-off circle, shot is blocked by Connor Wendell. Wendell fights for it. Now Ray Reineck has it. Reineck over the blue line. Reineck into the zone. Reineck has it knocked away. Trying to grab it is Langlois, but instead Kate Smiga will grab it for the Panthers. Flip forward, a little too far in front of Dillingham. Not able to get it out of the zone was Healy. Dillingham gets it back. Dillingham in front. Dillingham makes the move. Dillingham, a backhanded shot and a save made again by Adam Prokop. Quite a move by Dillingham, and the Warriors will ice it. Dillingham was able to take it away from Healy, work on the right-hand side, then cut in front, go backhand. But again, Adam Prokop is there. The big wall in front of the net for the Warriors. Face off again in the defensive zone for Wausau West. Face off right of Adam Prokop. Face off the far side boards. Picked up by West, goes in behind the cage. Near side, Judah Leader. Leader bangs it off the boards, but not out. Kept in by Bienvenu. Bienvenu moves it in deep. Tyler Cleveland for the Warriors. Moves it to the right-hand side. Trying to chase it down. Oh, taking a big shot. Warriors, I think, wanted a penalty, but instead turned over. The shot goes wide from the upper slot from Matthew Eden. Trying to go stick side. Now a wraparound attempt. Thrown in front. Not able to connect on the pass with SPASH. And the Warriors again will clear it. Goes all the way down ice. This time the icing is waved off. Could have been played by the Panthers. Moved onto the left-hand side by the goaltender, Nath. Puck deflects through center all the way down ice. This could be icing on the Panthers, and it will be icing on Stevens Point. So now the Warriors will get an offensive zone draw.
6:37 to go. 2:01 is the lead for Wausau West. For Stevens Point over Wausau West. Warriors still trying to get that equalizer. Things off to the left of the eighth. Flying into the right corner. Puck in behind the cage. Taking away almost all in a pass attempt. Knocked out. Cooper trying to get it to the point. Picked off. Into the zone. Dillingham. Dillingham fighting over the defender. Could not control it. The puck will be cleared all the way down right for the top. And that will be icing on Wausau West. Dillingham very dangerous for the Panthers. The top line. Sneak and Dillingham are probably the most dangerous players offensively for Stevens Point. 6:19 to go. You look at that clock, it's starting to become a factor. 2-1 SPASH. Face off to the left of Adam Prokop. Face off is won by Stevens Point. A shot and a stick save made by Adam Prokop. To the left point, captain by SPASH, but now Warriors pick it up. Wallace gets it through center, holds in deep again, and that should be another icing on West. The Warriors have not been able to put together the passes to break the zone right now. There's been a lot of action right now in the Stevens Point offensive end. 6:07 to go. 2-1. Panthers over the Warriors. Face off to the right of Prokop. Lucas Langlois will step in. See Thomas Garrett has crawled back into the bench area for the Warriors after he got injured on a knee. Took a knee back in the second period. It was a 5-minute major against SPASH, but he's back on the bench now for the Warriors. SPASH behind the cage, back to the right point. Upper part of the face-off circle. A shot goes high and wide from Mason Keller. Far side boards again with it was Dillingham, had it knocked away. Now Smiga, left corner. Smiga, stick handle. Smiga, his pass goes right through off the near side boards to center ice. Keller will play it at center for the Panthers. Hands it off to Cale Bolton. Bolton's pass deflects into the zone by Smiga. Now Dillingham fights for it in the right corner for Stevens Point. Rolls it behind the cage. Warriors cannot get control right now. Puck played again by the Panthers in the right corner. Fighting forward is Ellis. Also there is Lucas Langlois for the Warriors. Moved along the boards towards Ray Reinick, and Reinick will get it out of the zone. Reinick trying to get it at the red line. Takes a big check along the boards. Picked up again by Bolton. Bolton back up ice. Bolton right face-off circle. Between the circles, Smiga. Smiga! Shot was blocked. Good play by Tyler Cleveland. Take away an opportunity. Now Ray Reinick up ice for the Warriors. Reinick over the blue line. Gets knocked off the puck. Puck rolls into the right corner. A penalty coming up on Stevens Point. Or is it on... Who's it on? Is it on the Warriors or the Panthers? It's going to be an interference, and I think it's going to be on the... Well, let's wait. It's going to be on the Warriors. Oh. It looks like Reinick, as he was fighting for that puck, or he called for an interference. He is saying, what did I do? So the Warriors with 4:56 to go, now we're forced to kill off another Stevens Point power play. And the shame of it is the Warriors finally got into the offensive zone. They were having an opportunity, and now they're going to have to kill off this power play, starting with a face-off in the Wausau West end. So interference on Ray Reinick at 12:04. 4:56 remain in the third. 2-1 Stevens Point. Face off to the right of Adam Prokop. Won by SPASH at the left point for Keller. Keller moves it down, left face-off circle. Brady Cleveland back out there, throwing his body around. Brady chopping at it. Now puck is played in deep. Cleveland still trying to gain control. Cleveland, turn, shot, and a goal. A deflection to the near side, grabbed by Luka Weinkoff. The puck was fought for on the left-hand side, and then it deflected to the near side, and Weinkoff had room, got it, able to whip it past Adam Prokop, and it's now 3-1. Second power play goal of the game for Stevens Point. .438 to go. So the Warriors now need 2 to tie. Face-off is won by the Warriors. Near side with it is Cade Gruber. Gruber
fighting for it. Moves it on the right-hand side.
Assisted on the play by
now rolled in deep.
Matthew Iden.
Puck into the deep left corner. Now played by SPASH. Back to the right. Captain Healy throws it wide of the cage. Puck now in the deep left wing corner of the Stevens Point end. Pinching in, trying to keep it in now of the Warriors, but not able to do so. Thomas Guerin back on the ice, will play it at neutral. Guerin over the blue line, right wing side, rolls it in deep. Chasing it down will be SPASH and Simon Bienvenu. Bienvenu to the point, kept in, and the shot attempt for the left point by Wausau West. Connor Healy goes off the shin pad of a Panther, deflects all the way back into the Wausau West zone. Warriors will now chip it up the center. Getting there first is Lucas Langlois. Langlois into the zone. Langlois left faceoff circle. Langlois throws it down low, goes off the skate, however, of Gruber. Now back up the right-hand side comes Cale Bolton. Bolton, right-hand side. Goes in front, stick to side by Prokop to the corner. Whiffing on the pass attempt is Connor Healy. On the near side, Brady Cleveland moved along the near side boards. Capped in deep now by Stevens Point with 3:25 to go. Cade Gruber behind his cage. Gruber moves it to the right-hand side. Puck still rolls around. Now the Warriors gain it. Up the center, but not able to connect on the pass. Puck off the near side boards. Grabbed by Bolton. Bolton into the zone, right wing side. Nice job defensively taking the angle was Brady Cleveland to take the puck away. Now Wausau West back to center. Brimacombe. Brimacombe moves it right, but nobody there. Now the puck back into the zone by Stevens Point, but offside is Cade Smiga. 2 minutes and 59 seconds remain in regulation. Stevens Point 3, Wausau West 1. Face-off will be at neutral, just outside the blue line of the Warrior zone. And I think the Warriors are going to call timeout. Yep, timeout Wausau West. 2:59 to go. 3-1 is the score. Back in a moment. This is Warrior Hockey on Sports Fan 98.9.
I'm Dr. Cassie Haltonen, Doctor of Physical Therapy at Health and Motion Wausau. Do you want to take your pain and make it a thing of the past? You can. We now offer new technology called the Newbie. This technology can decrease pain, increase strength, and recharge your system. The Newbie was once only used for professional athletes, but is now available for you at 3 of our Health and Motion locations, with one right here in Wausau. Book your 15-minute complimentary consultation today by visiting HIMWI.com. So come on, choose Health and Motion for you.
Sports Fan 98.9 is W255DN Wausau and WXCO Wausau.
.59 to go in the third period. Stevens Point 3, Wausau West 1. Face off just outside the blue line of the Warrior zone. Drawn into the west end, played by Healy, moves it right-hand side to Brady Cleveland. His pass gets knocked down. Still a fight for the puck on the far side boards. Grabbing it will be SPASH. Goes in behind the cage. Now taken away by Cleveland as he fights for the puck near the goal line. Left-hand side, Cleveland lost his balance. Puck in behind the cage. Now to the right wing corner for Weinkoff. Weinkoff back to the point, Bienvenu. Bienvenu lost control of it. Puck goes back to center. 2.5 minutes to go, and the Warriors need to get the puck. I think at a certain point after that, as soon as they can establish the offensive zone, I would expect to see Adam Prokop come off for an extra attacker. Oh, puck goes right in front, and not able to turn and fire and get it on net was Matthew Eden. Puck in behind the Wausau West cage as the clock continues to tick. 2:12 to go. Again, with it is Eden. It has it taken away. Puck is flipped high into the air by the Warriors, and it hits the ceiling, which leads to a whistle and a stoppage in play. So 2:08 remains in the third. 3-1 Stevens Point with the edge. As Stevens Point closing in and clinching the Wisconsin Valley Conference Championship. These teams could be meeting again in a couple of weeks when the playoffs get underway. There's a shot from the point, goes in actually a pass into the deep right wing corner. In behind the net, taken by Cade Gruber. Gruber His pass deflected, gets up to center ice, and Judah Leader. Leader on the right-hand side to Reineck. Ray Reineck. Reineck takes a big shot as he's knocked off the puck. Puck near the goal line, right-hand side. In behind the Stevens Point cage, and the Warriors have pulled their goaltender. Extra attacker for West. Capped in on the left-hand side by Connor Healy. Now Kate Smiga whiffs on the pass attempt. Oh, and then he dives to get a piece of it before Reineck could get a shot off. To the right point. There's a shot from Tyler Cleveland, sticked aside to the corner by Jonathan Nape. Back to the left-hand side. Nice job keeping it in. Now it's Healy. Still a fight for it. Cade Gruber rolls it down low. Healy behind the cage. Healy deflected! It's banked in! From behind the cage! Healy banked it in, I believe, off the goaltender Nape. And with 1:20 to go, it's still a hope for the Warriors. Back to within one, 3-2. Healy banked it in. 15:40 the time of the goal. Warriors pull the goalie and it worked one time. Can they do it again? Right now back in net is Adam Prokop, and you know as soon as the Warriors get it into the offensive zone, he'll be coming off. Behind the cage, Wausau West. Warriors now look to break out of their own zone. Up to the center ice area, dump back in, however, by Stevens Point. 1:05 to go. Guerin behind the cage, moves it near side. With it now is Connor Healy. Healy deflected away with 1 minute to go. Warriors flip it up the center. Not able to control, but it does roll in. Now Prokop is coming off. Puck in behind the cage. Connor Wendell. Wendell moves it to the right-hand side. Back to the point, kept in by Healy. Healy's pass is knocked away by SPASH and cleared out. Now the left-hand side getting there first for the Warriors will be Gruber, but then taken away and a shot and a goal. Luka Weinkoff grabbed it at the left point, fired it into the empty net with 38 seconds to go to make it 4-2. 16:22 the time of the empty net goal for Luka Weinkoff, his second goal of the game. Well, the Warriors did get it into the offensive zone. They did get the goaltender out. That's what they needed to do, but unfortunately SPASH was able to clear it, and then Weinkoff able to put it in the back of the net. There's a face-off, picked up by Cade Gruber. Gruber over the blue line has it knocked away and then cleared back down ice by Stevens Point. And that'll be icing on the Panthers. Once again, the Warriors have pulled their goaltender with 24.7 seconds to go. They'll have an offensive zone draw. But Matthew Iden with the assist on the Luka Weinkoff goal. 4-2 SPASH. Face off to the right of Jonathan Nath. Cade Gruber will take the face-off, and actually right now Adam Prokop is still out there. He is actually at the top of the far face-off circle because it looks as though the face-off is going to come outside the zone. Yep, it's going to come back at center ice, and I'm not sure why that is, but nevertheless, face-off will be at center ice with 24.7 seconds, so that means that Adam Prokop will stay in goal for the Warriors. Here's the draw, won by Stevens Point. Panthers will flip it forward. Puck goes off one of the officials, now picked up by Smiga, but backhanded in deep. He was not to the red line, but they're going to, oh, there's the whistle. I was going to say he was not to the red line, in fact, because it's right in front of me, but the officials got it right. That will be icing on Kate Smiga with 14.2 seconds to go. And now coming off will be Adam Prokop. Boy, Adam Prokop did everything he could today. He was terrific in net for the Warriors. Cade Gruber will take the face-off here for the Warriors. Here's the draw. Goes between the circles, still bouncing around, now clear to the blue line, but kept in by Guerin. Rolls it left face-off circle. Gruber back over to Brady Cleveland. His shot gets deflected, and that will just about do it as the puck is cleared by Stevens Point, and this one comes. 4-2, SPASH earns the victory. They stay undefeated in the Wisconsin Valley Conference, and they clinch outright the WVC Championship for the 2020-2021 campaign. We're going to come back, look at the numbers, the scoring, get a chance to talk to head coach B.J. Brandt coming up in our postgame show as well. Stevens Point 4, Wausau West 2. This is Warrior Hockey on SportsFan 98.9, online at WXCOFM.com and mobile devices.
Salcom offers the same great deals to new and existing customers alike. So when we have a sale, everyone can take advantage of the savings, not just a select group. Whether you're a new customer, or you've been a customer since the dawn of cell phones, or if you're an accountant in Appleton, a chef in Shawano, a golfer in Greenville, a painter in Peshtigo, a lumberjack in Leona, or one of the youngest head coaches in professional football, charged with bringing a storied franchise back to the mountaintop. Right, Coach LaFleur?
Right, Sarah.
Unlike most of those big-time wireless carriers, with Salcom, everyone gets the same rate offers on everything from the best new phones to unlimited data packages. Salcom, clarity in a cloudy world. At Salcom, both new and existing customers can get select devices from Google, Motorola, Samsung, and LG for just $5 per month. Flex 30 agreement and data subscription required. Taxes due at sale. Restrictions apply. Visit Salcom.com/save for details.
Chad Holmes again from the Marathon Park Ice Arena, where today the Stevens Point Panthers defeat the Wausau West Warriors by a score of 4-2. We'll talk to B.J. Brandt coming up. Also, quick note, we'll be joining Marquette University men's basketball as they trail DePaul 30-24 at halftime. And then coming up in about an hour or so, we'll have Wausau West boys basketball as the Warriors will take on the Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Red Raiders. So again, Marquette basketball coming up here in just a moment with the second half against DePaul, and then the Warrior boys against Rapids with tip-off set for 7:15. Well, the Warriors today, they fall 4-2, and again, it was a very interesting hockey game, but Stevens Point, again, put a lot of pressure on the Warriors, much like they did the first time around. 52 shots on net today for the SPASH Panthers. But looking at the scoring, first period, an early power play chance for Stevens Point after a Wausau West penalty. Scoring for the Panthers was Brady Dillingham, unassisted on the power play at 1:33 to give SPASH a 1-0 lead. The Warriors would then even it up on the power play at 4:50 of the period. Connor Healy with the goal. Assist went to Cade Gruber, and we're back to even. It would stay that way until past the midway point of the second period. Warriors were in the midst of a 5-minute major power play, but in the end it was Stevens Point that would get a shorthanded goal. 11:51 of the second. Dillingham with the goal. Assists on the play went to Luka Weinkoff. 2-1 SPASH, and that would be the score at the end of two periods. Then in the third, Stevens Point would add a power play tally late in the period. In all the activity that was going on, I didn't write down the time of the goal, but it was Luka Weinkoff with the power play tally. Assists on the play went to Matthew Iden, and it was 3-1. Then the Warriors pulled their goaltender late, and they were able to tally. Behind the goal line on the left-hand side was Connor Healy. He would bank it off the goalie to the back of the net with 1:20 to go. 15:40 the time of the goal, unassisted for Connor Healy, and the Warriors had themselves a chance. They were down 3-2. Warriors got the puck into the offensive zone. They were again able to pull Adam Prokop in the final minute. This time SPASH was able to clear it, get it back to a center ice, and then just inside the blue line on the left-hand side, Luka Weinkoff was able to fire it into the empty net. Again, Matthew Eden with the assist for the Panthers at 16:22, an empty netter, 4-2, and that would be the final score. 48 saves on 51 shots today for Adam Prokop. He was stellar for the Warriors. 23 saves on 25 shots for goaltender Jonathan Naif for the Stevens Point Panthers. So 4-2, Stevens Point with the victory. Warriors 7-2 in the conference, 8-7 overall. As I see the coach, B.J. Brandt, working his way upstairs after this one. Coach, that was a very interesting hockey game, to say the least. I'm going to start with your goaltender. Your goaltender gave yourselves a chance to win today. He was simply stellar, wasn't he?
Well, for the amount of minutes we had to kill, he was our best penalty killer. I thought Adam was outstanding today. I mean, he's a guy that we're going to rely on down the stretch here, and he's somebody who has to play well, and I thought he played very well today.
Again, a lot of shots. I mean, Stevens Point, we talked in the pregame about being on the front foot, and unfortunately, Stevens Point in the first period got off to that really fast start with 26 shots on that. What was the feel in terms of how the game developed, especially early on?
Well, I mean, to give up the power play goal, but to get it back, I liked our resiliency there. Yeah, we didn't have the puck a lot in the first period, but it was 1-1 at the end of one. And I liked the way we came out and responded in the second, and the way we played in the third. I mean, we're not built to kill 17 minutes of penalties and with key guys in the box for a significant amount of time. But I'm proud of the way our guys killed. They did a great job. And I told them, I said, we got better today because of the situations, unfortunately, we put ourselves in. But at the same time, we got outplayed for a little bit, and we still had an opportunity to tie the game up. We got one back there late. I think overall, like I told the guys, we got better today. We're on the right path.
I think you probably would have to go a long time in your coaching career to have a game where you were forced to kill off 5-on-3 for as many minutes as you did today. I mean, outstanding. I mean, first of all, it was a 1-1 game. It was a 5-on-3 for a full 2 minutes, and then it must have been close to 3 minutes of 5-on-3 between the second and third periods. Obviously, SPASH, so talented, and they took advantage a couple of times on the power play. But for your team, they dug, didn't they?
Oh, they did, and they were disciplined. Like, we asked them to do some things on the 5-on-3 and stay structured, and they did that. And that's, as a coach, like, that you're giving yourselves, the kids gave themselves an opportunity because of how they played. We just got to work on not putting ourselves in that situation, you know. And this is where sometimes, as young adults, we let emotions get the best of us, and that happens. But we got to learn how to respond. And I told the guys, we were resilient today. And I've seen us in this spot before where we didn't have that resiliency. So to see them have that and give themselves a chance at the end is something they can be proud of, and something that we gotta make sure we latch onto, because I liked it.
And you have to ask a few of their kids as you get further down the bench to log some significant minutes here today as well because of some of those penalties, didn't you?
Yeah, and we had an injury to Thomas for the middle part of that game there, and we were able to shuffle the lines a little bit, and we were able to get some opportunities with it. You know, a guy like Brandon Rickliff doesn't get a lot of opportunities, but when Thomas went down, he stepped in and did a great job. And that's part of when you play your season, to develop depth. And Brandon knows that he's not going to get a lot of opportunities, but when he does, he played really well for us in those spots, and it's something that, as we go down the line, depth is going to be really important.
Well, it's 2 down for this. You'd love a third, wouldn't you?
Well, that's what I just talked about the guys. We talked about the scenarios for the seating meeting, and I said, listen, it's really fun to be on the path we're on, because we're going to get to see some of these teams that we're playing again and again and again, and we want to make sure that we earn those opportunities. And today's a little blip, but we got better, which is really important.
Well, thanks for coming up.
Thanks, Chad.
Head coach of the Wausau West Warriors, B.J. Brandt. 4-2, Warriors fall to Stevens Point. Hey, I got to hit the road. I go over to Fieldhouse. We got Warrior boys basketball coming up. I'll be back on the air in less than an hour as the Warriors take on Wisconsin Rapids. So, again, we're going to have Marquette basketball here in the second half against DePaul, and then we'll have the Warrior boys taking on Rapids. So that's coming up. Again, thanks to all of our sponsors, without whose help we could not bring you a Wausau West Warrior High School hockey here on Sports Fan 98.9, and thanks to you for joining us. Again, the final score, Stevens Point 4, Wausau West 2. This has been Wausau West Warrior High School basketball on Sports Fan 98, Wausau West Warrior High School hockey